like, what was it? Love Mutants of Castle Heartache. It's like,
Yeah, yeah, totally. Yeah, it's specific. It strikes a specific chord. That's for sure. It's like a very specific tone.
all right, I'm gonna go and grab my printed out peasants from the printer.
All right, as soon as you get back, we'll get started.
So we're going to do 3 characters each.
Yes, pick your favorite 3 characters. There's
All right.
opportunity for that fourth one to come back if your first 3 have a rough start of it.
All right. I'm dropping the halfling dire.
Okay.
But we need every halfling we can get.
So today, instead of having your characters loaded into your characters on Foundry, just keep your character sheet handy, and we'll use the dice tray down to the bottom right. It's quick and easy. Click on your dice, click plus or minus, and roll. So it also has a plus 1d or minus 1d, depending on what's going on. And outside of that, I think it'll pretty much function as we did last time. So those of you who weren't with us last time, generally we'll do things in order of top to bottom on the players down to the bottom left. If it does come to somewhere where we roll initiative, I'll generally have everybody roll initiative, and I will roll initiative for the monsters. If you guys roll higher than me, you guys go first. If I roll higher, I go first, and we just kind of go clockwise just to make it easy, especially since everybody has 3 to 4 characters in DCC 0 level funnels.
And I was just gonna say, I just noticed a small error, I guess you could say, on the on my squire. I think he should have a -1 will save because that's his bad luck plus his lucky sign, but it didn't factor that into my sheet for some reason.
Let's see here. Your squire.
Yeah.
Resistance, willpower saving throws -1. Your personality's a 1. Yeah, she should be 0 because you have a +1.
Oh, personality. Okay. Yeah.
You're lucky sign. You're good. All right, who's grabbing the paper?
I am. I'm back, and I even have a full set of funky dice with me,
Nice.
so I could roll manually.
That's if you want to do that. That's fine. All right.
Oh, nice.
So we are gonna, yeah. If you want to roll manually, you're fine. I'm gonna trust you. This ain't life or death. So if you fudge something, you fudge something. That's your thing. But I like rolling everything out publicly as well because when I'm being super mean, it's not me, it's the dice. So
Right.
all right. So today we are playing the 0 level funnel, the Veiled Vaults of the Onyx Queen. I will let you know that anybody that survives this and is available next week will be able to take whoever survives from this one on to the next level 1 that we do. So,
Are you running next? Are you running next week? Because it's Cyclops Con next week.
Oh yeah, it's Cyclops Con. Okay, so I'll probably skip next week then if it's Cyclops Con. I'll skip next week and we'll follow up the week after that.
Nice.
Good call.
Superb.
All
Yep.
right. Okay, so go ahead and get into the story here. Give you a little bit of background. So, the merciful Queen Yoros' Onyx Jubilee is fast approaching, marking the 95th year of her glorious rule, and preparations are in full swing. So, when royal couriers appeared in towns and villages across the realm, identifying those subjects who showed uncommon skill in their given professions, the masses rejoiced. For Queen Yaros was long-lived and much beloved throughout the land. As luck would have it, you have been chosen to attend the royal palace and ply your given talents, whatever they may be, in preparation for the great celebration. Honored with your newfound fortune, you find yourself treading the lavish splendor of the royal palace with a sense of great anticipation and wonder. So along your guys' travels to the royal palace, it took you a while to get there. We know medieval times that travel was a bit slow. You ended up staying in some taverns on your way there, riding in caravans with other villagers or other peasants and such. and heard several rumors and things. So I'm going to need each of you to go ahead and just roll me 1d8.
Five.
I got a 3.
All right, so a 4, a 5, a 3, a 6, 5. All right. So I'm going to go down the order from lowest to highest. So, Leo, you heard the rumor that the queen is actually dead, having passed away years ago. The celebration is an elaborate ruse to maintain law, order, and morale within the realm.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm going to share that with everybody.
Okay. Jorn, you rolled a 4. The queen is
Yeah, sorry, I rolled twice.
You're fine. The queen is actually bedridden and near death, and it is her unscrupulous lady in waiting who steers the realm from the shadows. All right, the 5s. Having no heirs, the queen has called the best and brightest to the realm to attend her palace, where she is secretly going to name a successor from among them.
Ooh.
And the 6s. The queen has an unnatural fear of fire and has gone so far as to outlaw the practice of cremation within the capital city. All right, so a couple of you guys had duplicates, so that's all the rumors that you guys heard along your travels. With that, we're going to go ahead and hop to the next screen. And I know I asked a couple of you, there is background kind of ambiance music. Is that at a good volume for you guys? Let me know if it's too loud, and I can turn it down.
Perfect.
All right.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, moving over, you guys will have your characters. The game is paused because don't want you guys moving quite yet. One more to get pulled over there. There we go. Okay. You guys wake with the cold, or the feel of cold marble against your face. Your eyes open to oblivion. No spark of memory nor tremor of recognition fills your mind, as if awakened in the midst of a dreamless slumber. Only the sour taste that fouls your mouth gives any indication that you yet live. Slowly, you struggle to gain movement in paralyzed limbs and find yourself lying on a great marble hall. A flickering light shines dimly upon the slack faces and lifeless eyes of countless others who also lay prostrate throughout the chamber. When suddenly movement betrays the deathly stillness of the room, purple-gowned figures wearing silver masks carved in the likeness of skulls move about, loading limp bodies into a curious-looking cart made of leather and monstrous bones. So you've wakened in this dark chamber. There are rows of other lifeless bodies strewn about around you. A couple purple-robed figures move, stepping over bodies, turning some, looking at them oddly, and then picking one up and carrying it out of the room and loading it onto a large cart. What do you guys do? We'll start with Abstract.
Am I restrained in any way?
The only restraint is the fact that your muscles don't seem to react. Seem like you're coming out of something that was like paralyzing your muscles. You're starting to gain feeling and that tingly, kind of like your arms where your fingers fell asleep. But you are starting to regain feeling in your extremities. But right now you're still a bit just groggy and unable to move necessarily.
All right. I'm going to see if there's anybody in my line of sight that I can kind of blink at to see if I can establish lines of communication through blinking.
Okay. Everybody else, just go ahead and roll a d20. Whoever rolls highest is the one that you can make eye contact with. Oh, well, it's not Leo.
Yeah.
Get those out of the way.
Exactly. That was a good one.
All right. So Looks like Zavin is the one that you're able to blink at. So you blink at him in some way.
Yeah, just obviously we probably don't have a pre-existing blinking language between us, but just to show that I'm awake and that see if I can communicate that at least a little bit of fear, I imagine.
Okay, I can say you can do that through kind of like widening your eyes, blinking, looking around the room, maybe looking at the robed figure as it walks by. You're able to convey enough that like, hey, are you awake? Are you alive? Kind of thing.
Right.
Okay. With that, we move on to Judge Leo.
My guys are playing possum. And I just wanted, what's the last thing that any of my guys remember?
Last
We
thing
were
you
just
remember
traveling.
was probably arriving at the Grand Hall and just how splendid it was. This was in full swing of like a full-blown gala going on. So there's people dressed up. There's lots of activity and music. You pick up a drink from a passing servant, and that's it. You don't remember anything else.
Okay. Yeah, my guys are just gonna lay low and go limp if anyone tries to touch us or pick us up, and just pretend we're dead.
Okay. Rick?
Thinking the same, honestly. Just kind of go with it unless I can get some feeling back.
All right.
All right.
TMCV.
Let's see. Do we still have our stuff on us?
All you have on you is the clothes you're wearing and anything that would have been attached to a belt or in a sack that's like attached to a belt or a pocket.
Okay.
Good
All
question.
right.
My cheese dip.
That's what I was just about to ask, was about the cheese dip.
Yep, you'd have your cheese dip. You'd probably have that in a pouch somewhere on your person.
All right. I am trying to move my hand to get towards the cheese dip.
All right, go ahead and then with that, give me a we'll say strength check to see if you're able. Or actually, let's go fortitude save to see if you're able to push off this paralyzation. Fortitude save. Now your limbs, you can feel that you're telling your limbs to do something, but they just don't seem to move.
All right.
Could I ask a quick question?
Yes.
So I've never played, so I was expecting to have like 3 tokens, but are we doing like one at a time, or is that how that's?
Just to keep it a bit clean, because it's a little bit tighter in here. I'm controlling one, but all 3 of your characters are there. So later on, if your characters do split up from each other, we can drag on another token and split them up just to watch where they are. But for the meantime, so that the 3 of them are together in roughly where your 1 token is.
Okay.
All right, Zavin, what are you up to?
After being kind of, let's say, communicated to or notified of the fear of somebody else and all these other people lying around, the hope that the adrenaline is going to kick in and I can force myself to stand up.
All right, fortitude save from you as well. Again, the
Nope.
poison, it seems, that has paralyzed you seems to still be within your body. You've come to consciousness and pushed off enough of it that you can look around, but unfortunately your muscles just aren't getting back to where they need to be. And at this time, you see 2 more bodies picked up, lifted, and carried out of the room and loaded onto a cart. You hear mumbling outside the room, and then you hear the sound of the cart wheels rolling across hard tile as the robed figures seem to take away the bodies of your compatriots that were here with you. All right. I would say a good 10-15 minutes go by, you laying against the cold tile of this floor. And at this point, your fingers and extremities, you're able to finally start moving your fingers and wiggle your toes. You're able to barely start moving your neck to where you can kind of look around the room. And now your arms are finally coming back. You're able to push yourself up a little bit. Your legs haven't quite gotten the feeling back in them yet, and you push yourself around to start pushing some other people and see who else may be alive around you. And now your feeling in your legs is starting to come back. You're able to get up on your hands and knees, a bit groggy and off balance. And then finally, after about 15, 20 minutes, you're able to stand. And with that, you guys have full use of your extremities. As I said, anything small enough to be attached to your belt or in a satchel or in a bag that is small enough, not a backpack, anything backpack or larger you don't have with you, but any small sacks that could be attached to a belt or something like that are with you. Anything larger than that you don't have. So no clubs, no pitchforks, or any of those kind of things.
Holy water?
Holy water you could have, yep.
Okay, cool.
All right, so with that, we'll head back to the top of the round. Abstract, what are you going to do now that you've gained use of your extremities?
Yeah, I guess it's time to explore a little bit. Are there any of the purple robed people? They're out. They're not in the room at the moment, right?
Not in the room at the moment.
Okay. I'd like to, yeah, like search around a little bit, get a lay of the land, maybe see if I can find an exit, or if they had, have I seen where they exited from?
They exited from this opening and headed north on the screen.
Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, maybe I'll take a little peek around the corner there.
Okay, you can move your token. Just click on it, and you can use arrow keys or you can drag either way.
Oh.
All right, as you step out into the hallway, the structure is a riot of swarming opulence, wrought of solid white marble gilded in gold reliefs. Massive pillars rise 50 feet to sweeping ceilings whose vastness is but half revealed by the glowing coals that sunder in the urn-like vessels throughout. The air carries with it a faint fetor of corruption and temple incense that disturbs the senses. The entire palace hums with a sense of mystery and deathly malice. Yet despite the stillness that haunts the gloom, there is always a lingering sense that some invisible presence is watching from beyond the shadows. So the urns that you see are the only light, and they're glowing fairly brightly for urn. You don't really see any open flames coming off of them, but that's the only light given out. The only reason you're able to see it all down here outside of that is the fact that it is all white marble. So it's reflecting the white quite well, but it is very dim outside of the light given off by those embers.
Okay.
What you see is to the south is a couple large, almost golden double doors. And then straight across from you, you see a couple more doors given just light by just from the urns. And then to the north, you see a small stairway.
And were we all traveling together, or do I already know anybody, or are we kind of characters of all in the same circumstances?
I would say each of you, your three characters that you're playing, may be from the same town. Outside of that, all five of you probably come from either different towns, or if you came from the same town, it was so large that you might not have known each other.
Okay. I'm going to sort of come out here and say coast seems to be clear, back into the room.
Okay.
But I'm gonna hide kind of behind this pillar over here if I can do that.
Yeah, no problem.
It says I collide with a wall.
Yeah, use the arrow keys if you need to. It's a little bit easier to avoid walls and things like that. All right, so while he's moving, Leo, you are up.
All right. My guys are going to stand up, and are there other bodies still around us, or they've all been taken away?
Yeah, there's probably another 15 to 20 bodies strewn about.
Each one of my guys is going to search a body looking for small items that might be useful.
Okay. With that, then, I'm going to pull up something that you guys can roll on. Make sure I can figure ownership. There we go. Okay. So to the right, where you have the chat box, up along the top, again, there are several icons. There's one that looks like an open book, and then to the right of that, there's one that says rollable tables.
Okay.
You can click on that, and there's one that says occupation. You should be able to just roll on the little dice, the quick roll, and it'll roll occupation, and we can see which items drop there. You find one person carrying a hammer.
Oh, okay. All right. So let me just do that 2 more times.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let me go back to it.
Searching, that's fine. The next one is a staff, so you don't find anything. You find an ulster, but he doesn't seem to have any items with him. And the last one, a hand axe. I'll say a hand axe can be in a sheath of some sort, and it's small enough that that one may have been left on the person.
Okay.
All right, that's everything you find.
And I guess my guys will, if they can move up to the corner of the wall of the room that looks like into the other room.
Okay, that's fine.
Here I can move them, I guess. Like right there, maybe. That's kind of like right in the middle. I'll go like right off the edge.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, it's snap to grid, so you're fine.
Okay.
They're basically just right at the edge, kind of peering around, right?
Yes.
Good enough. All right. With that, then, Rick, you're up.
All right. I guess yeah, pilfering some of these bodies is not a bad idea. See if we can find some weapons, because it's not a good situation.
Okay.
And where was that? I'm sorry.
So to the right of the screen, you'll have the chat. Up at the top, there's several icons. There's a book, and right to the right of that book is rollable tables. And then you should be able to click on the little dice next to occupation. You find a hammer as well.
And I'm going to say Podrick would not be down with looting dead bodies.
All right. The next one, a crowbar, generally isn't something someone would have strapped to them, so the crowbar you don't find. So yeah, it's just the one item. You find the one hammer that the person had.
All right. Yeah, Chet's probably going to be greedy enough to just snatch that up.
Okay.
And I guess maybe try to get over here and see where our captors left to, or try to get a beat on that.
As you guys are searching around the rooms, you can still hear the faint echoes of the cartwheels across the tile moving off into the distance, but echoing through the almost completely silent cathedral that you find yourselves in. All right, TMC Vey, you're up.
My adventurers are going to start their careers in the appropriate way. They're going to loot some bodies.
All right, go ahead.
So, what's it, D100?
Actually, there's a roll table on here, so it'll automatically pull up the occupations. So,
Okay.
Yeah, to the right of the screen, there's a book up at the top. Next to that is rollable tables.
Okay, to the right of the screen. Okay, let's see. Right of the screen, rollable tables. All right, got it. Got it. Okay, equipment, right? 3.4.
Occupations. Table 1, 3, occupation.
Okay, and then to.
Nope. First guy doesn't find anything. Second one does find a couple darts on a scribe that seems to be laying here.
Excellent.
And another hammer. Apparently there was a lot of hammered. A lot of blacksmiths and things were invited for this event.
Excellent. So darts. How many darts?
Go ahead and roll me a d6. One dart.
One.
Oof.
It's better than nothing. Maybe we can use it as a melee weapon.
All right. Do they move out of the room, or are they going to stay where they're at?
Okay. All right. So got a hammer and a dart. That'll be my turn.
All right, Zavin, you're up.
Seeing everybody else kind of taking stuff, I'm gonna also look for people, but before I take stuff from them, I'm gonna try to like vigorously like shake them or slap them to try to wake them up.
Okay.
If they don't respond, then I'll take stuff.
Yeah, so you go and you shake a few people that are within your immediate proximity, and they move. Their eyes are like open, but they're just blankly staring off into oblivion. They don't seem to respond in any way. Your first character does not find anything. Second character doesn't find anything. And the third one finds a hammer. So everybody's got a hammer, I think.
One hammer. That same armor just paid out.
Right? He had his full assortment of Batman-style tool belt on with all his hammers.
And then I'll just approach the step out and hide behind the nearest pillar I can find.
Okay. All right. So again, as you guys start looking out and peering out into this large chamber, again to the south you see a large set of double doors. The double doors are flanked by statues that look like people in like sad and depressed statues of persons. This seems to be a burial, like royal burial kind of cathedral of some sort. So the four statues at the front look like people that are in remorse. To the right, again, you see two doors to either side of the light source over there. To the north, you see a small stairway leading out of this chamber. And to the northeast, you see another opening. Looks like it opens into a room similar to what you just came out of.
Are those light sources removable?
They're just burning coals. So they're just burning hot coals, giving off enough light to kind of radiate the area around them. There's no flame.
Okay, so they're not in the sconce or anything.
No. Yeah, these are actually like what is it called? Big bowls, basically, with burning embers in them. All right. With that, then we're back up to top of the round. Abstract, you're up.
So my characters were sort of peering around, seeing what everybody else was doing, and then sort of decided that looked like a good idea. So I'm going back into the room to roll me some occupations.
Okay. Sling. You can find a sling.
All
And
right.
then roll me a d6 with that. All right, this smuggler has a small pouch containing a sling and 5 sling stones. The shaman doesn't seem to have anything on him. And the halfling moneylender has some coins on him, but that's about it.
Okay, I'll leave the coins.
Okay.
Whoa, wait, 5 gold pieces.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'll take the coins.
All right. All right, so say you moving back in there and doing your search will take up your turn then. So Leo, you are up.
All right. Silgar Market Street is going to kind of whisper around to the other players' characters and say, "Hey, we should stick together. We need to try to figure out a way out of here."
Agreed. Let me try that double door. That might be an exit.
That's the one across from us, opposite the room over here.
No, it's to the right, immediately.
The one at the bottom. Okay. Let's. I guess my guys are okay. I'm gonna go down there and try the door,
Okay.
and my guys will move. Or how far can I go here? These.
We're not doing this in exact 6 second rounds. So we'll say you can spend each round is for right now for turns or a couple minutes. So you can move as far as you need to.
Can I get all the way down to the door?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, so you go down.
And yeah, can I check the door?
We'll check the door once everybody makes their turns and stuff like that. So you get down there, and that's
Okay.
what you're going to be doing. And then once we resolve what everyone's doing this turn, then I'll see what happens. So with that,
Okay.
Leo, you are up. Or sorry, that was Leo. Rick.
Okay. Does Podrick have his helmet, or would that have been stripped off?
That would have been left behind as well. You wouldn't have been able to wear the helmet into the grand hall and everything like that.
Okay.
So that would have been put off to the side somewhere.
Alright. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and follow Leo down.
Here, I can move you.
Thank you. And just be on the lookout for anybody returning.
All right, Tom.
Let's see. I will probably find as much loot on the bodies as I possibly can, right?
Yep.
So I'll kind of look up to the north and see if there's anything in this vein that looks. Oh, look, there's more bodies over there, right?
Yep. Yeah. From the dim light coming out of that room, you see more bodies in that northeastern room.
I'll beckon over friends and kind of say, "Hey, there's more bodies over there. Maybe we can try and find some more weapons." But I'm gonna just hang out there because I'm scared. All my guys are scared.
All right, and definitely from moving over there, you can clearly see now the two rooms to the right look like they're just basic wooden doors leading into those rooms.
Okay, yeah. I kind of go, this is really creepy. All right, so I'll move over here and I'll kind of beckon over some of my new friends, like, hey, come over.
Okay. Zavin.
Yeah, I mean, I suggested checking this door, so I'm gonna head down. Before I get to the door and the other group there, are these statues like stone, or are they suits of armor, that kind of stuff?
So these 4 towering statues rise like sentinels of nightmare, each of them depicting a weeping angel in the throes of grief. Beyond the solemn figures of stone looms a ponderous door bound in bronze. So this is like a 40-foot tall door. As you guys approach it, it radiates with eldritch energy, and it seems to have been magically sealed in some way. You guys attempt to touch the door and open it, and while it is still there, it is going to pop off a trap. So I need, we'll go in order then. So I think it was Leo that was in the front there. Go ahead and just roll me a D20. Oh, sorry. That's a will save. So if you have any will to add to that.
Actually, my best modifier is just a 0 for a will save. So
16.
Yeah.
That's good. So aside from this, so suddenly there seems to be a cacophony of sobbing radiate from these statues. But aside from the sobbing being incredibly disturbing, there's otherwise no effect on your characters. Rick, go ahead and do me a will save as well. 18.
18,
same thing.
You hear this
Awesome.
sobbing just echoing, but you seem to have no other effect. And Zavin. 16. Aside from the sobbing, man, none of you got any cool effects. That's all good. Good. So yeah, you guys are able to fight this off. The sobbing is just echoing in your heads. Those not near the statues don't even seem to hear it. You don't see them look over in any response to the sobbing, as if they do not hear it.
We've all had very sad lives anyway, so we're not affected.
All
Yeah,
right.
just another Tuesday.
So with that, we are back up to the top. Abstract.
Was the door successfully opened, or did that trap just trigger
the Eldritch, as you went to touch it, you can see almost like a glimmer of this magical shield stopping it, and they felt this eldritch energy coming off of it. And then if you turn to look over there, you can see them all kind of like grab their ears as they hear this wailing and turn away from the door. But you do not hear anything.
Okay. I'm going to move over to one of the doors further down here, like the door in the bottom right over here,
Okay.
and check that one.
All right. You check it, and it seems to be unlocked.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I'll open it up and.
All right. So with that, you look inside this room, and it seems to be like a refuge room. Haphazardly strewn about the floor are piles of clothing, tools, and equipment.
Well, I'm gonna try and loot this pile of stuff if I can.
Okay. So with that,
See if there's anything useful.
roll me. So on the roll tables, you can roll
Yeah.
equipment twice and occupation twice.
Okay.
All right. So you find a pair of thieves' tools and an empty chest. I would say the chest probably a little bit too big for you to carry with you, but the thieves' tools you can take.
Okay. And occupations.
You find a club and a strange-looking rock. And you also find a pair of scissors and some candles.
Okay. I'm gonna sort of I guess that'll be the end of my turn, but I'm gonna like whisper back as much as I can, be like, hey, there's more supplies over here.
Okay. Leo.
Yeah, having heard that, Leo will turn to his fellows down there by the big giant doors and say, well, I don't think we're getting out that way. So he's going to listen to Rick's characters and head up that direction. So over here.
Yep.
Wrong.
I can move you because you're going to impact walls there. So
Yeah, I think that's as far as I'm going.
Oh, sorry.
You're fine,
I was
no
moving
worries.
out of for you.
You're fine. All right, so you get to the room as well, and you can do a cursory search. So again, 2 equipment, 2 occupation.
Okay.
All right, so you find a pitchfork, but no hen. And then you find a dagger and a quality cloak.
Okay.
All right, and then roll in the equipment for 2 times.
Do what now?
That same where the rollable tables are, there's one for equipment, and roll on equipment twice.
Okay.
You find 2 large sacks. I could say those you could take with you if you'd like.
Sure. You never know what you might be able to put in a large sack. So I can just distribute this stuff to my guys.
Yep. Yeah, just keep track
Okay.
of what you get. You can kind of just either write it down on a piece of paper, and it's fluid where who carries it, who wants it.
Okay.
It's up to
Cool. Thanks.
All right. With that, Rick, you are up.
Hearing all the I was trying to think of the right word, but yeah, all the noise coming from people digging around and seeing this scary fucking door. I think I will join them.
All right, so same thing. Twice on
Twice
equipment, twice on occupation.
I'm sorry?
Roll twice on occupation and twice on equipment. Okay, so starting from the top, the sling. You find a trapper wielding a sling. Go ahead and roll me a d6. And you find one sling stone. You also find a club. You find a water skin. And you too find a large sack.
Alrighty. I'll go ahead and write all that down.
All right, Tom, you're up.
I'll move over and do the same,
Okay.
and then point out that there's a bunch of bodies up kind of to the northeast.
All right.
Okay, let me roll twice on.
All right. You find a cleaver, and you find a club. You find a piece of chalk, and you find some holy water, one vial.
We don't find the side of beef
Yeah.
or the begging bowl?
You can find, I think the side of beef probably. We'll say you find some dried meats, and then you find the begging bowl. Yep.
Excellent.
All right. And Zaben.
Do the same.
All right.
Oops. All right.
All right. You find a dagger and a small pouch containing some coin. You find a staff and a locket. Hey, you find a torch and a lantern. Hey, there's your light sources.
Nice.
So that was Zavin that found the torch. So for your character, I'm going to toss the torch into your inventory because that'll allow you to right click on your character and light the torch if you want. Are you going to hold on to both the torch and the lantern?
I'll keep the lantern because my alchemist has oil flask, so I'll light the torch, or sorry, the lantern. I'll hand off the torch to whoever's nearby.
Okay. Who wants the torch?
One of my guys can take it.
Sorry, who was that?
That's Tom.
Tom? Okay. One of yours. Okay. So I'll toss the torch in your token's inventory. So you got the same thing. So when you guys want to light that, you just right click on your token and you'll see a little fire icon to the top left.
Cool.
All right. Did you want to light that now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now, as you guys enter this chamber, you tread a massive hall built of pure white marble, dotted by columns that rise loftily, ceilings lost in darkness. Blackened metal urns set throughout smolder with crimson flames, their hellish glow casting strange shadows in the gloom. You catch the faint fetor of corruption upon the air that fills you with a sense of deathly menace, despite the swarming opulence that surrounds you. And now, I think everybody has at least one lawful character, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Your lawful characters, and only your lawful characters, suddenly hear a sorrow-filled feminine voice whisper in your mind. It calls out, "Help me, I implore you, help me," before quietly fading away into oblivion.
Where'd that come from?
I don't know, but I think we should probably find out.
Yeah, so as you ask that, you see a few people that are with you look at you with recognition, but everyone else looks at you with confusion. Like, what are you talking about?
Y'all didn't hear that?
Nope.
You're right.
Lofar says I heard a voice, a woman's voice pleading for help.
Maybe it is the queen.
Do you think, or maybe it's,
Some other soul trapped in here.
yeah, maybe it's something trapped in that room that was back over there.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so with that, we are up to Abstract. Where are you heading?
The dwarf is interested. My dwarf is interested in in these sculptures over here. So I think the party is going to move over and sort of inspect around the door and see if there's anything maybe that other people missed or anything I can learn about, based on the stonework and stuff.
Okay. So it seems like these statues that are here, the four sorrowful figures, they are masterfully crafted. As you know, dwarf having seen statues and things made, like this is impressive. The finest dwarven craftsmen would struggle to make something as finely crafted as these statues, and like every little detail is here. You can tell that the cloaked figures have shawls over their faces. So having being able to craft stone in a way that it looks like it's wearing some sheer material, like that's how finely crafted these things are. And it seems that the you actually didn't hear the wailing because you didn't go over there. But as you approach the front door, it's all bronze banded and it's this glorious door. But you sense and see the magical energy radiating off of the door. But you don't really get anything else out of this space. The statues themselves don't seem to be trapped.
All right. I'm gonna try the door myself just to see.
Okay. So as you try the door, go
Lofar.
ahead and roll me a will save.
Yeah. Just double checking. No.
All right, you go to touch the door, and the magical energy radiates and completely blocks you from actually touching the door itself. And with that, the miserable wailing makes you so uncomfortable that you are compelled to move away from the statues for at least 2d3. So I'm just going to go ahead and roll that for you. 2d3 rounds. So for at least 2 rounds, you are compelled to move away from this door.
Okay.
Basically puts a fear in you, and you immediately back away from the door. All right. Leo.
Okay. My dwarven miner's going to arm himself with the pitchfork, and the cut person is going to take the cloak and the dagger and a large sack, and the shaman is going to take his hand axe and a large sack. So all my guys have a weapon.
Okay.
And can you kind of point out doors and things to me here?
Yeah, so there's another door here, and that's the only other door. Everything else in here is openings as you would see them.
What's this area to the top left? Is that like another room in there?
Yeah, it looks like another, just kind of similar to. It looks as if it's the room like you came out of. Very similar. Kind of a chamber.
I guess I'm going to go up to the one on the top left and look in there because there's like a light source or something in there and see what I can see. So I'm going to cross diagonally across the room to that room right there.
All right.
Oh, I'm hitting walls or something. Thanks.
All right, so as you come to this room is empty save for a few loose articles of clothing scattered about the marble floor. This chamber seems identical to the other larders, except the bodies that used to rest here seem to have already been taken. Yeah, it's just a few loose scraps of clothing that are left behind.
Okay, I guess I'll kind of rummage through the clothing, see if there's anything in pockets or anything.
Go ahead and just give me a luck check really quick.
Let's see here. D20 and one of my guys has a +1 on luck. So
It's just a luck check. So you're trying to roll under your luck score. So just roll your D20
yeah,
and try to roll under.
got
your
it.
Luck. Yep.
Yep, that's definitely under.
Passes, right? Okay. Go ahead and roll on the equipment one more time.
Oh, nice.
Or I'll give you the choice: equipment or occupation. You can roll either one.
I'll do occupation.
Okay.
It just seems more
You find a
likely
sack and basically a belt that has a dagger and a small sack on it containing some coin.
Is that okay?
And that's all you find.
Okay. Silgar will take all that.
All right. All right, Rick.
Right. I guess we'll go ahead and check out this door here.
Okay, this door 2 seems to be unlocked. All right, as you open this room, the wooden door opens on creaking hinges to reveal a dust-covered room that smells stale with mold. This room appears to have once stored vestments and sacred objects and other materials used in maintaining services within the royal burial chambers. Now it seems to be little more than a collection of overturned shelving and smashed wooden crates that lie scattered across the floor in disorganized heaps. A thick layer of dust coats everything within, signaling the room has not been entered in decades.
I guess we'll give a quick look around.
Okay.
Like search
Go
for
ahead
anything
and
that might be
roll
useful.
me a d20. And you can add your luck modifier to this one if you'd like.
19.
19. You find a small vial of sacred ceremonial oil. I'll just basically tell you what it does. So, if the oil is applied to a weapon, it grants a magical +1 bonus to attack rolls. If the oil is applied directly to the skin, it grants the user a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws. Each application will last for 1 hour.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll me a D. Well, it says D5. Do we have a D5 on here? Yes, we do. Roll me a D5. You find 1 application of this.
Sweet.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and open your character up. I actually have this item created just so to make it easy. I will go ahead and throw it in your inventory. All right. So it's in your equipment. And you'll be able to see that in there so that when you do want to use it, you will be able to access it.
Okay.
And remember what it does. Okay. Anything else you would like to do?
It's gonna kind of group up, I guess.
Okay. Tom.
Let's see. I do want to check out the bodies, but I'll also go over here and search around.
Okay, so a D20 plus your luck modifier.
All right, I will use my guy with +2 on his luck. So 13.
A 13. You find a book of burial records that reveal the last person interred within the royal burial palace was Queen Yoros' father close to 300 years ago.
Oh. So not a lot of people have been buried. So this
Yeah,
would be weird, right?
I'd heard that the queen was actually dead, but maybe not.
Yeah, this seems like nobody's been buried for a long time. What have they been doing with the bodies?
I don't know, because didn't somebody say something about burning being banned or something? Sorry.
Maybe they eat them.
Maybe. All right. North and look at these bodies, and that will be my turn.
All right, so you peek
I'll
around the
do
corner
that
and
next
see
time.
very similar, just rows and rows of bodies lumped on the floor here.
Okay, and each of my peasants has got a weapon now. So
All right.
passing my turn.
Okay. Zavin, you're up.
Okay, I think I'm just gonna head to the north and check out kind of the middle here.
Okay. As you head to the north, you see up ahead of you a small stairway that leads up to hallway that splits off. It forks basically to the right and the left. Straight ahead of you looks like a wrought iron gate, like fence with the gate open. As you peer through the gate through the darkness, you can see what looks like it may have been a fountain at one point that is crumbling and overgrown with vines and plants.
And you said there's left and right. I think I'll just approach kind of one of the corners and peek around.
Okay. Yeah, so as you approach, yeah, you can see that the hallway, it's basically mirrored on both sides. You can see that it heads off to the right and the left, and then it continues up north.
I'm just gonna kind of call everybody over and say like, "Psst, come on, let's go check this out. This
Okay.
looks like we can't get through that door to the south." So
All right. With that, I'm going to go ahead and two characters are going to come popping out of this area to the northeast. Drawn by the light of the torches that you have lit, two of the death cultists come out of this upper area and are going to attack Tom's characters who are carrying a torch.
Oh no. Oh boy.
All right. So against your character with the lower luck score first, or lowest, that is a 15 to hit for 5 points of damage.
Holy cow!
Yep, they're dead.
And these characters,
And that was Painful Death, who has lived up to his name.
So these guys come out. They're again wearing purple robes and they're wearing silver skull-shaped masks. And their hands, as he reaches out and claws across you, their hands end in bestial claws. So somehow these have been deformed by some kind of ritual and have these claw-like appendages. The second one is going to attack.
Okay.
15 for 1 point of damage.
Needs cash is still up.
All right. With that, we're going to go ahead and we'll just continue in the order then. So Abstract, you're up. You hear a cry as these two creatures come out and attack Tom's characters.
I guess it's the direction that I'm already running. He's terrified. They're all terrified at the moment. Two of these guys, huh? I guess am I going to be able to reach there? Are we in? We're in.
Yeah,
we're in
you can reach
proper. Okay. The dwarf is feeling extra brave
Dwarfy?
again already. Yeah, dwarfy about it all. Let's see. Gotta move it with the.
I can move you up there if you want, but you get arrow keys. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Get the general idea. All right. And yeah, I guess we'll all attack.
All right.
So, do I roll from my character sheets or no?
No, just because you have all your separate characters going to have different additives and negatives. So just go ahead and roll your d20 and plus or minus whatever for whichever character's attacking.
Okay, the going left to right. So first is the dwarf. Oh, that doesn't make any sense. He wouldn't charge in because he only has the sling.
That's fine. You don't have to move your character. We'll say that the dwarf maybe stays back and the other two move forward.
Okay, so he's gonna rocket out the sling. 1d6 or 1d20 plus 1.
That's gonna hit.
What's the damage for sling? 1d4?
Sling. I can look it up for you really quick. A sling is 1d4. Here, I'll go ahead and throw a sling in your inventory so you have that.
Okay, thanks.
For 1 point of damage, you whip around your sling, let it loose. You're just starting. You've never really used a sling much before, but you are able to throw it with pretty fair accuracy, but it smacks off the creature's shoulder, and you see it grab its shoulder and look at you.
Okay. Parrish is up next. He's going to roll. He's running in there. He's going to attack the one that was just hit while it's just slightly distracted.
Okay. A 14 will hit.
Okay, and a club does d6, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, d6, and then plus my strength modifier.
Actually, no. Club is a d4.
Okay, d4.
So I'll let
sorry.
you re-roll that since you rolled a 1. Yeah, if you need any weapons, I can throw them in your guys' inventory. Just let me know.
Okay.
For 4 points of damage. And that is going to finish that one off. This one, distracted, grabbing its shoulder, looks over at the dwarf, and you come around and smack it across the face. Its mask falling to the ground as it collapses to the floor. And you see his face also looks deathly and just emaciated, all like just kind of mummified almost. As this one goes down, dead.
Okay. And emboldened by all this action, Volan Star Eyes is going to try to attack with his scissors.
Emaciated. I think that's the word.
There's emaciated and desiccated is probably also appropriate for the...
Dang, rolling well on the attacks. That will also hit.
Okay.
For 2 points of damage, you stab this one right in the shoulder, and as you pull your scissors out, you see that the purple robes it's wearing start to turn dark from blood or some other kind of ichor coming out of this creature, but it is still standing.
All right, that's my turn.
All right, Leo, you are up.
Okay, Dorbach Blackbrow is seeing his comrade or whoever, fellow peasant, killed. He's going to get really upset, and he's going to charge the guy with his pitchfork.
All right.
Let me get back here. So, can he just
very
go all?
day.
Where's the bad guy? There he is.
Yep.
There. Go there. Okay. So he's gonna charge him. So that gives me what, a +2 to hit? Is that right?
So, yep. And then you're -2 on your AC.
Yeah, for the next turn. Yeah. Okay. Oof.
Nice.
Ah!
All right. On that rollable tables, there is one for all 0-level characters. You can roll a crit on that and then roll your damage.
All 0-level characters.
Foe jabbed in the eye. Ugly bruising can inflict +1d4. I think a pitchfork to the eye is going to do more than bruising. So roll your damage plus your 1d4.
Okay. So a pitchfork is a D8, and I've got +2 on that. Let's see here. Where's my D8? There it is.
So 5
So
for the initial pitchfork.
Right, and then a D4 on top of that. Is that what you said?
Yep. So 6 points of damage as you go charging forward and stab your pitchfork through the skull mask's eye. In fact, it probably hits the mask, and because it's a mask, shifts it into the eye socket, through the eye, and out the back of the head. And you see the creature grab the pitchfork and struggle for a minute before it goes limp, and the weight of it pops the pitchfork down to the ground, and you pull out the pitchfork,
Awesome.
and it is no longer moving.
Okay. My next guy, Silgar of Market Street, is going to get within 10 feet and throw his dagger that he found
Nope, both of them are already
at
dead.
the second.
They're both dead.
Oh, both are dead
Yeah, you
now.
killed
Okay,
the
I'm
dead.
sorry. All right, well then everybody else just kind of follows along.
All right. All right. With that, we are up to Rick. Both of these cultists seem to have been killed. You don't see any more at this moment.
Okay, Ray, I guess, is gonna make a feeble attempt at helping the downed ally.
Go ahead and just roll me a luck.
Nope.
Yeah, he's dead.
Definitely dead.
Definitely dead.
I'll let
Yes,
everyone know
indeed.
he's dead.
That's weird. A painful death would die so quickly.
And yeah, I guess that's it for now. Kind of freaked out. So.
All right, Tom, you're up.
All right. Their friend died. They're going to extinguish the torch because that seemed to attract them.
Okay, so you can right click on the torch again, and it'll go away. There you go.
Okay, and then I'm going to loot the bodies.
All right. All they seem to have on them is their purple robes. They have nothing else on their persons.
Okay, well, we'll put on the purple robes and the masks.
Okay, so you have two characters. You got both your characters that are still alive. We're gonna do that.
Yep.
Okay, so just mark down that you have your two characters are in purple robes and masks, just like the cultists.
Like, go. Maybe if we can find more of them, maybe we can get out of here alive. Like,
All right, I'll say that will take up your whole turn to do that. So with that, Zavin, you're up.
Well, we can't see without the lantern except for the halfling. So
You can see the light that's coming off of these chambers is giving you like just enough light to barely dimly see. And actually, yeah, I think you're right. Actually, yeah, as you come up into this area, there's no light. So yeah, up here it would be very, very dark.
okay, if that's the case, then I'll light my torch.
That's fine. Yeah, you can do it.
just gonna approach here and take a peek into this room with the vines and the fountain. I think you said.
So beyond decorative silver gates rest a closed area dotted with marble benches and a dry, crumbling fountain. Choking everything in its pallid embrace is a monstrous tangle of serpentine creepers and hydra-headed blossoms that appear to turn and move like living eyes. So the plants here had flowers and things coming off of them, and they seem to move toward and look towards the light, as if like a sunflower looking towards the sun.
I am not going in that room, but I'll set the lantern down, kind of by the gate.
Okay, gonna set the lantern down. All right, I'll go ahead and do this. All right, so you can turn off your lantern or your torch, and it should leave light behind. There you go. All right, and I'll say that enough. Again, with this being all white walls and white marble everywhere, it's pretty much going to light up this entire central chamber up here, including what's inside and what's outside of this central area. All right. With that, then we are back up to abstract.
All right. So while they were running away from the doors, they noticed some of the villagers were searching around in something. finding kind of like interesting objects.
Yeah, that was
What
this second door down here.
the second door down here? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna inspect there.
Okay, so roll me a d20 plus your luck modifier.
Okay, the highest luck modifier.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
A 17. You find a silver ceremonial vassal. Um, do any of your characters have a merchant type or jeweler type career?
Well,
Um,
the guy's bleeding. Who's bleeding out? He was a jeweler.
my elf is an artisan.
Okay, that's good enough. You can tell that this silver ceremonial vassal is probably worth around 50 gold pieces.
Dang.
All right. Anything else on your turn?
I guess if I'm still able to do anything, I'm gonna kind of my characters are gonna run up here,
Okay, that's fine.
see what's going on.
All right. So you see the same stuff that we just described, and plus you see the lantern on the ground lighting up this area now. All right, Leo. Oh, and that's too. To the right and left, you can see spiral staircases leading up.
Leading up. Okay.
All right, now.
All right. My guys are going to move up into this area, and come back. All right, and Silgar Market Street's going to say, "Hey, I found a dagger over in that other room. Does everyone have a melee weapon? I can give this up if not, because while he hates to give up anything, he sees that we need to survive, so he's willing to give up his dagger."
Lofar only has a ranged weapon, so he would love to have a dagger.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give him the dagger, my extra dagger.
And that was going to abstract, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll throw a dagger in there so we have it.
Yeah, and my dead PC had a club on them, so if someone wants to take that.
All right, so Leo moves up. You see the stairways again to the left and right leading upwards. You see this central chamber here. Looks like basically a contemplation kind of area with fountain and some stools or benches, all overgrown. And you can also see the flower petals on the end of the vines moving and looking towards the light.
Oh.
Whoa.
Try to burn them with that torch we got.
All right, Rick, you're up.
That's not a bad idea.
I think after seeing that we're going to be fighting monstrous people, we're going to hurriedly search through this shit and see if we can find any more weapons or light.
Okay. So over here, I can say you can do 3 more occupation. All right. So you find yourself a small sack with 100 copper pieces. You find a dagger. And a small sack containing some coin. And you find a spyglass.
Alrighty. Yeah, guess Ray's gonna take the dagger. And yeah, I'll go ahead and divide that stuff up, and yeah, I guess that would be it. Unless I can move more, but, yeah.
I'll say you can move if you want to catch up with everybody else.
Okay, yeah, that's the plan.
I think at the next turn, everyone's going to be up there anyways, so I don't want you to be like one turn behind everybody. All right, Tom.
I'll also look these bodies here.
Okay, so 3 occupations.
Would it be 3 or 2, given I've just
Oh
got
yeah, you
2
only got
guys
2,
left?
so 2. Yep. You find find some clay.
Oh, and a short bow.
Oh, that was your roll as well. No, you need to roll one more time. The short bow was was Rick's, and yeah, you didn't find the short bow.
Okay.
Yeah, the short bow was not there. So yeah, roll one more time for your second one.
Chain. Oh, that was
That's
an
fine. Yeah,
equipment.
you find some chain. You find 10 feet of chain rolled up in a sack that somebody had on them. That'll be fine. We'll roll.
Excellent. Okay, I'll take the sack, the chain, and the staff.
All right. No staff. The staff is not there.
Just clay.
Yep,
Okay,
just the
got
clay.
it.
Yep. Yeah, because this is just like the first room. Anything that had to be carried didn't seem to be there. Seems to have been left behind. All right, and you can move up with the rest of the party as well. So I will read this area, or actually,
Can I
go ahead.
can I like put like ball some of the clay up at the end of the chain and make like kind of like a ranged kind of weapon, like something with like a like if they can swing over their head and whack people with a ball of clay at the end of the chain.
Go ahead and do that, and you'll test it, and then when you go to attack, we'll roll for it.
All right, it just sounds cool. We'll see whether it works.
We'll try it. All right. So as you guys step up into this area, right at the top of the stairs, again, all of your lawfully aligned characters and only your lawfully aligned characters once again hear the voice, the same sorrow-filled feminine voice, call out in your minds, "Rescue me! I am trapped above." Before the voice once again fades away.
Do the people that aren't quite up the stairs that are lawful hear that still?
I'll say as you guys reach the top of the stairs.
Okay.
All right, and we are back up to abstract or Zavin. Sorry, Zavin.
Okay. I'm gonna look to the left and peek around. There's a corner here. I'm just gonna peek around there.
As you peek around that corner, there's a door up here to the left, and you see a faint light coming out from the bottom of the door. And you see another stairway up ahead of you. This one seems to lead down.
Okay, I'll relay that to the other folks.
Okay. All right, abstract, you're up.
These guys just don't stop getting curious, so they're going to try and get up to the see what's going on with the flickering of the light at the door.
Okay.
So it's all the way at the top
door
here.
right here, right in the middle.
Okay.
So there, yeah, you see light coming out from under the door. It is a very large, almost stone door. It's like iron banded and such. And you see light coming out from underneath.
Does the dwarf it's like a stone door you said, or it's just like iron banded wood, or
It's stone and iron banded.
okay. Wow. So, and I guess yeah, the dwarf is gonna try and open it.
Okay. Even though it looks like it's massive and heavy, it opens with just the slightest of touch. And as it opens, you see a blinding light streams forth from beyond the stone door, dazzling you with its radiance. Your eyes adjust to reveal painted walls depicting a glorious sunrise over a green field. In the center of the vault rests a glass sarcophagus and the incorrupt body of a woman within.
I basically whisper back, like, I think I might have found the queen. Or at least someone who is not somebody who does not look dead inside of a coffin, inside of a tomb.
All right. Then with that,
Uh,
on to
yeah.
opening the door. You don't step in yet. You open the door and see all this light as your eyes adjust. All right, Leo, you're up.
All right. Let's see here. Aldrich the Traveler, my shaman, just can't resist those plants up there. He's like going, "Hey, what's going on with that?" So he's going to move up and inspect the moving plants. And then my other two guys, having heard something about a queen or something, are going to follow up around to the where that was happening. Can I split up like that?
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and drop this one down here, and you can that way we can split.
Got it. Okay, so one guy goes here,
Okay.
and then I guess he's following up to the door or something.
Okay.
Can I get all the way up to the light? Oh,
Yeah, you can get all the way up to light.
okay.
All right. So the one that steps into the central chamber, as you walk into the chamber, you notice the flowers on the end of the vines again turn to look at you as you walk inside.
I seem to have lost that token.
Here, if I go back here, can you see your other token?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I can see him now.
Okay.
Okay, so the plants turn towards him.
Yep.
What do they look like? They're flowers.
So it's creeping vines, moss, and some other kind of like bushy looking plants and things like that. And the vines seem to have flowers on the end of them. They look like very, very, let's say, ornate looking flowers. And the flowers themselves, the vines that have the flowers at the end of them, turn as if they're eyes looking at you.
Okay, he's gonna. Let's see. He's going to use his hand axe to see if he can cut off a flower or something.
Okay, go ahead and roll to attack.
Okay, great. Let's see. Hand axe. Oh, hang on. How do I accidentally clicked on a D24? Can I erase that?
Just right click on the D24 and it'll go away.
Ah, got it. Okay.
A 13.
13?
Yes, you're able to chop away at one of the flowers, and you see the vine itself that you chopped it off of coil and retreat as if in pain. And when that happens, all right, you are going to get hit. It's an 18 to hit, and for this one, I'm going to roll another. Actually, that's the D20. So an 18.
It definitely hits.
PC's spiritual sojourn to the underworld brings about newfound growth. So basically, as this moss attacks you, let me see where it describes it here. Basically, it lets out this cloud of cloying yellow pollen that brings about a feeling of necrotic disorientation, and you lull, and you find your eyes getting heavy, and your eyes close, and you collapse to the ground. Upon awakening, go ahead and roll me a D20 plus your luck.
A 9.
A 9. Okay, with a 9, you rise with the feeling that you were born in a different time. Re-roll your birth augur.
Is there a chart for that?
I think I do. Yep, in the rollable tables, there's one that says luck score. That should
Luck
re-roll
score.
your birth augur. Yep. All right, you re-roll your birth augur for the pack hunter. Attack and damage rolls for 0 level starting weapon.
Okay.
All right.
That's exactly what I already had.
Well, there you go. So you wake not feeling much different then.
Yep. I
All
forgot
right.
to add that +1, but now I'm going to mark that. Okay.
All right.
Uh,
And then your other characters move up to look inside the chamber that was opened.
Right.
And then with that, we were up to Rick.
All right. So Pod, I think we'll run in and grab dude guy and try to help drag him out.
Okay, so while Leo is unconscious, you run in, grab him, and you see him collapse, and then you run in, grab him, and pull him out.
Right. And then my other two would like to try to slam this gate shut. And then maybe recommend maybe we chain it.
Okay, on rusted hinges, it's tough to pull closed, but you can and it echoes throughout this entire cavern or chamber as you pull the rusted gate closed and shut it.
And then recommend that maybe we try to chain it up, tie it up, something. But
Go ahead and roll me a luck score, and we'll see if you have anything to kind of like tie it up with. So roll under your luck.
guess we're rolling with Ray. He's the only one. Yep. It's got a 16 on Ray. So.
Perfect. All right, so as you roll, you look through your pockets and you find a small piece of rope that you can use to tie this shut. It's probably like a foot of rope that you had wound up for some reason. And you're able to tie this gate closed.
Sweet.
All right, anything else?
Okay, I was going to say I wasn't sure if I'd have enough time, but I guess I'll at least try to
get
get
3 characters, so we'll say 2 of them pull Leo out, and you got 1 left to go do something.
Okay. Yeah, I guess Chet would go ahead and poke around the corner here and see what's up.
Okay. So you see everything that was described before. Now you see the light coming out of that door where Abstract is standing.
Okay.
All right. With that, then, we are on to Tom.
Let's see. Running around, I see where the plants are. Do I see the spores floating in the air?
You see them dissipating onto the floor. The cloud has gone to the ground like a low fog that is fading away.
All right, so much for trying to snort some plants, because probably need a little bit of an upper after seeing their friend killed.
Yeah, I would say
So,
that where you guys were positioned, you did see that once he attacked it, it let off the spores.
okay. Do I want to waste a dart and throw it at it just to get a snort of spores? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. No, we'll hang on to the dart. So we will. Let's see. Move over to the rest of the folks. Is there anything else here that we can see?
Just the stairway leading up, and as you can see through that in that chamber, there's a few benches. There's the crumbling fountain in the middle, and all of the plant life all around it.
And does it look like all the plants are animated?
Yes, all of the vines seem to have flowers that turn and look in the direction of light and movement.
All right. We'll like wave to them. Hello, plants. Please don't kill us. And we saw the sarcophagus, right? Where was the sarcophagus?
The sarcophagus is up to the left. So if you were to come to the left and then up, you'll see light coming out of a doorway.
Got it. Okay. We'll move up. And peer in the sarcophagus. Okay.
All right. Then you move up there. Then we're up to Zavin.
Okay. Just gonna quickly retrieve the lantern, and then move up with everybody else here.
Okay. So you should be able to, or did you want to leave it lit, right? You can click on your character and turn the torch back on.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll go over the room here. Again, So a blinding light streams forth from beyond the stone door, dazzling you with its radiance. Your eyes adjust to reveal painted walls depicting a glorious sunrise over a green field. In the center of the vault rests a glass sarcophagus and the incorrupt body of a woman within, her face a mask of peaceful rapture. The entire chamber is awash in a golden light that emanates from an unknown source, seemingly shining from the very air itself. Every breath taken in the room becomes luminous, floating to fill the tomb with its invigorating glow. All right. Roll back up to the top, or are you going to move inside, Zavin?
What does the woman look like?
She looks like a royal figure. She has very, very clean and just pristine features. Looks quite lovely. She has a diadem on her head, like a small tiara, and her arms are crossed. She's wearing all white with some trim of purples and blues, and she has her arms crossed, and under her arms is a small book.
Okay. I'll have Armstrong the alchemist go in the room.
Okay, so he goes in the room. As he gets closer to the glass sarcophagus, he looks inside and sees a young woman lies in peaceful repose within the glass enclosure. Her body is in perfect state of preservation and completely untouched by time. A silver diadem worked into a jeweled sunrise graces her brow, and a small white prayer book is clutched in her delicately folded hands.
Is there a top on the sarcophagus, or is she open?
It looks like it's all like one glass box, but it doesn't look like there's a lid. It looks like it's all just every edge is sealed.
It's gonna tap on it with his hammer, not like hard, but just like.
It seems like it's made of quality glass. Just tapping on it, you hear it echo through the chamber, but doesn't seem to crack or break the glass.
Is there anything else of other than the drawing on the wall? Is there anything else in the room?
No, but of your character that moves in, is he of an artisan, glassblower, or a jeweler?
No. One of my other characters is a glassblower, though.
Okay. Well, let me know if he moves in.
Okay.
All right. Then with that, we'll move back up to the top of the round. Abstract.
Yeah, I guess it's time to actually enter this room. The dwarf is worried, like, Lofar is worried that this might be that he might have heard the projection of this woman's voice. So he's gonna inspect I guess the glass isn't really stonework, but he's gonna inspect all the kind of trappings of the room.
Okay.
Maybe see if he recognizes anything else from the mural or anything like that.
Okay. With this, yeah, you come in and you notice that the pedestal that it's standing on is all made of solid stone. That, again, everything in here is just immaculately crafted into stone and carved. It all seems as if it's from like one piece. It's so well done. All of the edges and seams blend together. The glass sarcophagus sitting on top almost seems as if it grows out of the stone itself, where there's almost no edge. It is just so artfully crafted. And again, you see the silver diadem in a jeweled sunrise on her forehead, the white prayer book, and you also notice a silver string of pearl prayer beads wrapped around her hand.
Okay. Yeah, whoever this is very rich. Go
ahead and give me an intelligence check, -1 on the D.
Okay. With my worst, or just with my best?
Whichever character.
Okay. All right.
basically just an
Alright, so-
untrained intelligence check.
So D16.
An 8 is enough. You just had to beat a 7. So interred within the saintly remains of the Virgin Queen Magdalena the Pious. She was murdered more than 900 years ago by a spurned suitor. She was most known for her beauty, purity of heart, and devotion to the deity Ulesh, god of peace, prosperity, and health.
Okay, I realize I'm gonna mention all this to the group that I recognize the story of. I connect her with the story now, and something is definitely strange here. We don't have a lot of bodies, but this is supposed to be like a she's supposed to be dead, but she's clearly very well preserved. So this is a mystery.
Okay. All right. With that, we're up to Leo.
Okay. Sogar is going to thank the people that dragged him out of the room. And I'm sorry, that was Aldrich. Aldrich's going to thank the people that dragged him out of the room, and he's going to move up and join the rest of his guys.
Okay. And then really quick, that character, go ahead and roll me an intelligence check.
Intelligence check. Okay, he has a -2.
Trying to beat a 13.
Oh, hang on.
Nope. All right.
So 4.
Disregard. All right. So you move up with the rest of the party.
Yeah, if you want to put my guys together, you can.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and delete the secondary one, and you should have that one there still. Okay.
Okay. And I guess he can just continue on with the other guys. I was just going to move them up into the room.
Yeah, just move them. That's fine. I can move you up there and just move you here, and then move you there.
Thanks.
No problem. All right. You investigate and see everything that's already been described.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Silgar, the cut purse, sees all those jewels in there and pearls, and he's like, "Hey, we should try to open this thing somehow. I mean, I don't know about breaking it because it might cause too much alarm, but is there any way we can lift this glass or anything?"
You look around at your compatriots and ask around if anybody has any experience with glass. So again, we'd be looking for anyone who is an artisan, a glass blower, or a jeweler.
Oh yeah, there's an elven artisan in the room now.
Okay. So the elven artisan would be looking at it and going over the edges, trying to find a way to possibly separate the glass panes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's it for me.
Okay. So with that, we're up to Rick.
All right. So I'm gonna kind of call out, like, guys, I like mysteries and all that as much as the next guy, but I don't think jewels and mysteries are worth our lives. I think we need to be getting the fuck out of here. And Pod will chime in like, yeah, we need to go up because he's been hearing the voice or whatever. Slash, this seems like a basement or something because there's no light or windows or anything. But yeah, basically, they're just going to be waiting for the group. This is a staircase up,
Yep.
or is that a down? Okay. I kind of feel. And just ready to pounce on anybody that comes down and just trying to keep an eye out for anybody coming.
All right. Perfect. Tom.
they're going to take off. My two guys are going to take off their robes and they're going to put their weapons away, hearing that they're of peace, and saying, "We are needy peasants. Whatever evil it is, the saint cannot have caused." They're going to go in and they're going to try and lift up the glass on the side. You know,
Okay.
we really need to get the book.
All right.
I
So again,
think
any of
that
them
will
an
help.
artisan, glassblower, or jeweler?
One of them is a potato farmer, so is used to, and the other one is a mendicant,
All
so
right.
is used to begging. So,
All right. They can't seem to find any way to open this. There's no hinge. There's no necessarily any edges that you could find purchase on. All the glass seems to be cut together and melded as if it was one piece. It is very ornately made.
okay. Um, okay. We'll look pitifully at the elven artisan and let go. Can you figure out how to open this? I think whatever is in with her, I think the book is probably the most valuable thing
All right.
in terms of our survival.
Cool. Then on to Zabin.
With everybody talking about glass, the Glayer is going to go in there. He's the elven glass blower.
Okay.
And say, I am a foremost expert on glass. Let me look.
All right. So you move into the room. We'll say the elven artisan and the elven glassblower can work together. So if they work together, I'll have you both roll a agility check at advantage.
What does it mean to have advantage in this context?
Again, we're just gonna roll. We're gonna roll twice. This is normal advantage.
Okay, like yeah, okay.
Yep.
Are we each rolling twice?
Yeah. Each roll twice. So second was pretty good. 18. All right, abstract one more time. Oof. All right.
Oh,
I'll say that the 18 is canceled out by the -1, or the nat 1. Actually, no, the nat 1's canceled out because you rolled twice, so it's a 5. So 18 and 5. 18 and 5. You guys are able to find a way to actually get in between the glass. Your expertise with glass, you're able to maybe even use the torch to heat it up a little bit and sever whatever seal is holding the glass together, where you can find enough of an edge to slide something in and start to pry it off slightly. You're prying all the way around, and as you are finally starting to lift the lid off, Abstract's character, his hand slips and the glass lid slides off and shatters to the ground, echoing through the chamber, and you hear a roar come from somewhere else within this facility. But the glass lid is now off. All right, so you guys see the silver diadem. You find the silver string of pearl prayer beads, and you find the white leather prayer book embossed in gold script. So with that, who, if anybody, is taking the prayer book?
Does anybody have a good background for that?
My potato farmer has a good personality. Nobody kind of like, all right, if nobody else wants to, they will grab the prayer book.
Do you have like a scrivener or anybody? Or we have a shaman.
Yeah,
Okay,
and he just recently had a spiritual experience, but he's neutral, so I'm thinking he might not be down for, this is like a prayer book to a lawful god. So,
Oh, my pious potato farmer will take the prayer book then and look through it.
Nice.
Okay, that was who?
That is Mash Lumper.
Tom. Okay, so Tom, I'll go
Mash
ahead and throw it
lumper.
on your token. So a white leather prayer book. As you open the prayer book and look through it, you find 3 spells: Holy Sanctuary, Neutralize Poison or Disease, and Protection from Evil. Any class or any character class may attempt to cast a spell from the book by making a spell check appropriate to their class, typically a D10 for 0 level characters. Followers of the god Ulesh may attempt a spell check with a +1d bonus to the roll, and a failed spell check does not destroy the spell, and it may be attempted again in subsequent rounds. A successful cast of the spell, it disappears from the prayer book with a flash of golden light and can no longer be cast.
Got it. Okay.
All right.
All right.
There's
That
also
is
the
useful.
silver diadem and the pearl prayer beads.
Stilgar Market Street's very interested in the diadem.
Okay, so Leo with
If
the
no,
diadem.
The my dwarf is going to suggest he's lawful. He's going to suggest that maybe whoever is going to be saying the prayers should have the prayer beads.
Okay.
Okay, so
I'll.
go to Tom as
My
well.
character will. Yep.
All right. So with that, everyone in the room right now who is lawful is going to get. Lawful characters regain 3 hit points and are cured from any diseases that they may be affected. So I can't remember if there. I think there's only one person that's actually injured and still alive right now.
Yeah, they're lawful, so that's good.
Okay, so they gain 3 hit points back. Neutral line characters
Nice.
feel a healing aura as well and a calming sense. So lawful and neutral characters have this calming sense. Neutral characters are gain 1 hit point or regain 1 hit point. And are there any chaotic characters in the room?
Yes, one of them just shattered. At least one of them shattered. Just shattered the thing.
The glass. Any chaotic characters that are in the room suffer 1 HP of damage.
Ouch. Armstrong's going to leave the room.
All right. With that, it's almost 9 o'clock. We're going to pause, take a 5-minute bio break so I can let my dog out because he's whining like crazy. And we will come right back.
Sounds good.
All right, cool.
See you in 5.
I'm here. So, I had written down on the oil thing, it was +1 attack on a weapon or AC on the person, but was it attack and damage?
Believe so. Check there. Yeah, I think if you go into your character and on the equipment, to the right of the small vial, you'll see a little edit emblem. If you click on that, it pops up and shows you the description. So it is +1 to bonus to attack rolls, or a +1 to AC, so not to damage.
Okay, I had it right then. Cool. So I was gonna say it earlier and I didn't see it. Yeah, I don't see any equipment on any of them. Or is it the purple folder? Oh, that's the problem.
Click on
Okay.
your character token, and you'll see
Oh, good
your
point.
character,
Okay.
and then next to it you'll see equipment, and then notes. Yeah, under equipment.
Okay, sorry. I was looking at the 3 blank ones
No problem.
under
Yeah,
the
one
0
that's on
level
the map.
PCs.
Yeah, I'm just throwing everything on the one character that's on the map, just to make it easy.
Yeah, no, you're good. I just didn't realize what was up. I have a pony?
You would have had a pony, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, that was not brought down into here with you.
No dead pony down here either.
Hey, who knows? You may, if you get out, you might find your pony.
Sweet. Would that be the squire? Because I didn't even notice anybody having a pony.
Let's see.
Like on my little quad sheet.
That is, if I open it up, the pony belongs to. Oh no, you don't have a pony. Where do you see pony?
Let me double check again real quick.
Back. Back.
Oh, what the heck? Oh, so I had clicked it off of the under the Starless Sea thing, I guess.
Okay.
So I guess that was incorrect. All right, never mind.
All right. So with that,
I'm back as well.
I think we have everybody back. All right. Then jumping back to the top of the order, Abstract, you are up.
All right. So, has anything changed about the body since this has happened?
As you opened the and took the lid off, the body is actually beginning to become emaciated. It's starting to deteriorate and mummify in front of your eyes.
We're finally letting her die.
Yeah, Lofar is still feeling very dwarfish. He's going to take a lock of her hair, cut off like a little bit.
Okay.
And I guess they're gonna my folks want to start a dialogue about whether or not we go up or down from here. Was there any way that we would have had a directionality from like an above or below sense of that roar?
It echoed through the chambers in a way that you couldn't really tell where it came from. It's almost as if it radiated out of the stone walls itself. You heard it coming.
We've definitely altered the balance of this location. I'm not sure if that was the voice that I heard earlier was the voice of this woman or not, but my dwarvish instinct says down, but I'm curious what other people have to say.
And as you're having this discussion, the light that's radiating in this room begins to dim as the woman inside the sarcophagus begins to turn to ash at this point.
We might want to get out of this room before the light disappears.
Yeah.
Everybody out.
Let's have this discussion in the hallway.
I'll move all three of you out.
Did we-
Oh, there you go.
Did we grab the diadem?
I have it.
Good.
And now the light inside the chamber is completely out. And as you look back, the last remnants of the body collapses into dust. All right. Anything else on your turn, Abstract?
No, just starting the discussion of like, where do we go up or down?
Okay, Leo.
Let's see. Sogar is going to put on the diadem.
Okay, Sildar puts the diadem on. It was made for a slender woman, so it's a bit tight on your head, but you're able to put it on, and you feel very pretty.
Okay.
I'd say there's enough artisan people in here too that let you kind of know that this thing is very finely crafted. It's probably worth around 300 gold pieces.
Okay. In that case, he's going to take it off and put it in his pouch or his large sack and try to keep it from being damaged. And someone mentioned going down. Where is the down? Is that the stairs up here in the top left?
The stairs to the north go down. The stairs to the south go up.
I agree that we should go down. And maybe I will just go ahead and start heading that way and see if
Do you
people
have
follow
any
me.
lawful characters?
Yeah, door block, back blow. The dwarf is lawful.
Okay, so he will recall hearing the voice of the woman in distress calling out and saying that she is trapped above.
She is trapped above.
Above.
Okay, well, he's going to remind my other guys of that and say, well, I guess we should go up then.
Right.
Okay.
My guys nod vigorously.
Rick's already at that stairway. So are you?
So yeah, okay.
Come on.
I'll move to join him. Where does that go? That way? Oh, it's way down there. Okay. Okay. Okay, I moved.
All right, Rick, what are you doing?
Did you skip Leo or no? I'm sorry. Was that?
Yeah, I did. Sorry. Actually, that was Leo. Leo was.
Oh, that was. I'm sorry. Shit. I guess I'd like the group to catch up before we start heading up.
Not a problem. Tom?
I'll also both my characters have been hearing the go up, so they're going to say we should go up. Whether we lose our lives to free her, it is worth it.
All right, and Zabin.
I'm just gonna do a quick lap and just check the right side of this room, not going through the plants, but through the outside.
Okay, so as you move around to the north, you find another doorway up above. You find two little alcoves as well up here. Looking into the alcoves, you find... go ahead and roll me a d6 really quick. One. Okay. As you look in the alcove, you see rope leading down into a chamber, and you see what looks like a platform down below as you lean your torch over. And it looks like this is some kind of dumbwaiter used for moving things up and down. Again, you find this door here. It looks similar to the door you just left behind. It looks like this is probably another kind of ceremonial burial chamber. You find on the opposite corner, the northeast corner, another stairway leading down. And then as you move around to the other side, you find one more doorway on the eastern wall, again with a similar door to the one you had already opened, looking like it's probably another burial chamber.
That's a lot to leave unexplored.
Okay, and then further to the south.
As you continue down to the south, you find another stairway leading up.
Okay. As I run back to the group with the light, I'll be like, "There's 2 other burial chambers over there. Plus, there's a dumbwaiter. Might be another way to go up."
Yeah, that sounds like a way. Let's explore those tombs and explore the dumbwaiter.
Okay, is the whole party going to join with that?
I mean, I guess, yeah, I'm not standing by myself the whole time I explore 2 more tombs.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move the entire party. You want to explore the one that's up to the north or one to the east?
North sounds good.
All right, we'll go with the first one there. North it is. I'll move abstract up there as well. All right, so you come to this door. Very similar. Stone door, iron banded. But again, it seems to open with the slightest of ease. And again, to the for those who didn't see it, to the left and right, those are the small little alcoves that lead to the dumbwaiters. All right, so inside this chamber, the door opens to a flutter of shadows as terrified villagers scurry to hide behind a large marble sarcophagus at the crypt's center. The marble sarcophagus that stands in front of you is open and seems to be empty, and an unfurnished silver funeral plaque affixed to its lid reads Queen Yoros, and it sets her birth at more than 350 years ago. The date of the death has been left blank. On the walls, you see graffiti. Unlike the opulence that has surrounded you thus far, the walls here are covered in coarse drawings, not made by skilled artisans, but rather crude graffiti scratched by something other than human. The drawings depict a crowned queen leading a procession of figures to an immense swirling black cloud, surrounded by blazing urns of blue fire.
Did you say there was villagers that scurried?
Yes, there seems to be about 3 or 4 villagers that kind of scurried to hide behind the sarcophagus itself.
I'm just gonna call out, "Hey, we mean you no harm. How did you get in there?"
Well, we awoke in this place, and there was these strange cloaked figures. We weren't able to move, and as they left, we find our way to our strength again, and have been exploring, trying to find a way out. We heard the strange cloaked figures coming back, so we hid in here.
Do you want to come with us? We're somewhat armed and trying to get out of here as well.
The majority of them shake their heads vigorously and cower in fear, and like seemingly unable to move. But Tom, your 4th character, stands and says, I will join the fight. And so you can have your 4th character back, so you're back up to 3 characters.
Okay, cool. I will have this one is excavate a ditch digger, and he sucks. So, yep,
All right.
yeah, he's got -1 on 3 attributes, so he's pretty bad.
He goes first.
All right. That is all you seem to find in here. The rest of the villagers seem unwilling to move from this chamber.
Shall we close the door then? You guys stay here then.
Yeah, I'll stay here. If we find a way out, we'll come maybe get you. Maybe.
All right.
Maybe.
So you close the door, and you begin moving towards the other room. Oh, I went to move unit. Seems it froze on me for a second.
Do we have any halflings?
I have a half one.
Mine froze fresh really quick. It may bump you out. Hopefully not.
As we go past the dumbwaiters, my dwarven miner is going to be real interested in those kinds of contraptions.
Okay.
Can he look at one of those?
Yeah, he looks inside and he can see that, again, the ropes are basically, looks like the floor above you has some kind of pulley and winch system And the ropes lead down to a platform down below. It looks like you could simply pull on one set of the ropes and it would pull the dumbwaiter up and down. And
Okay, so this thing looks like it goes down to a level below as well as up to the level above.
yes, it does.
We could put the halfling in there.
Yeah, he's a dwarf. Would he fit in there?
He would. Go ahead and roll me actually roll me a luck.
Yes.
Dude.
His luck's 11. So
Yeah, that's right. So you succeed. So you look inside, and you can actually see a couple dead bodies, or motionless bodies at least, on the platform down below. Look to be human-sized, and as you're looking down, you actually see clawed hands reach out and drag one of the bodies out of the dumbwaiter down below.
okay. He's gonna report back to the group and tell them what he just saw, and suggest that they do not go down and they continue with their idea of going up.
All right. So you guys come to this other door, and I assume you open the door again.
Yep.
All right. As you open this door, the ponderous door opens to reveal a well-appointed burial vault. Its walls are festooned in colorful frescoes of a wise king surrounded by common folk as he reads to them. In the center of the vault is a large alabaster sarcophagus decorated with carved images. And I am going to show you what the top of this sarcophagus looks like.
Oh, it's like a lottery thing.
Scratch win.
All right, and as you go in, I'm assuming some people move in to look at it.
Yeah, I'll go in.
Chant
Yeah.
will.
Armstrong.
All right, so this curious-looking sarcophagus graces the center of this tomb. Its lid is a masterwork of sculpted images depicting everything from musical instruments to fantastical beasts. A silver funeral plaque affixed to its side bears a strange epitaph. And that is going to look like this. The epitaph reads, "Here lies the body of King Zortula the Wise. Like the cover of an old book, its contents torn out and stripped of its lettering and gilding. It lies here, food for worms, but the work shall not be wholly lost, for it will, as he believed, appear once more."
Inspecting the silver plaque. Let me make sure my guys have a high enough intelligence to read. Yeah, Dorbach Black Bro is gonna question the misspellings of the word book and once, and ask if that's like a colloquial spelling of these words, or is this some kind of
Missing letters.
So it starts with
Says-
O, P.
I was gonna say it's striped instead of stripped, technically.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So O is missing, P is open.
Believed is spelled wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Oh, does
open.
E, is that missing an E or no? Because then it might spell once or something, or
Yeah, it spells out open. The middle
open.
letter.
Yeah, there.
All right, and I'll tell you guys, look at what you just got from the silver plaque and the top of the tomb. Do you still have them both open, or do you need to share something? Let me know.
Can you share
Yeah.
that again?
Yeah. I'm not sure how to switch.
So we'll press O, the owl, the pig, the egg, and the needle.
Nice, well done. Not too bad.
Password is password.
Yes.
All
Yep,
right. Once
so
you touch
I'm
all
up.
4 of those in order, the sarcophagus seems to open on a noiseless hinge, revealing the desiccated figure of King Zortula the Wise, clutching a large grimoire in his bony hands.
Nice.
The heavy tome is bound in minotaur hide and contains the following wizard spells: Color Spray, Ekam's Mystical Mask, Flaming Hands, and Force Manipulation. And I don't think I actually put that together. I don't think I made that one because I was forgot.
My elf was pretty smart. He might have a decent chance at.
Yeah. Do you want to one of the elves take it?
All right, let me put it together really quick, and then I'll put it in inventory. I can do that pretty fast. All right.
Oh, his lucky sign too is +1 to spell damage.
Do you have decent luck?
15.
Oh boy, that's great. We might actually survive this.
All right, so I will put that in whoever's inventory wants it.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Al being
Zaven.
Zeven? Okay, you got it. Into your inventory that goes. So now if you click again on the edit, you'll see the description, the spells that are listed, and it says that 0 level characters roll a d10 spell check modified by intelligence. And again, 0 level PCs cannot use spell burn, but they can burn luck. And if you fail, it fails like normal. But once a spell is successfully cast in this manner, it permanently disappears from the grimoire in a puff of noxious purple smoke. All right. Yeah, so you guys did very, very well with that. There's a whole list of crazy crap that can go off if you had hit the wrong buttons. Yeah, everything
Mostly-
from summoning giant ants to summoning hellhounds to giant rats.
Oh, gee.
Zombies. The user's clothes suddenly disappear. Like all sorts of random stuff. So well done. Well done solving that riddle there. All right. That is all that you guys find within this chamber.
We already looted the other sarcophagus, the one of the queen.
Yep.
All right,
Well,
great.
the one with where the villagers were, we didn't even enter the room.
Did we not?
I would say you
I would
entered
say-
the room and that vault was
Okay.
open and empty.
Okay.
Okay, the villagers had already looted it. Okay.
And then also you noticed that the queen's name was on that one. It had her birth at over 350 years ago, but there was no death year listed.
So maybe she's the one who's upstairs. All right. Let's shall we go upstairs then?
Yeah, I think bottom right.
Yep.
Is
So I'm gonna go ahead. You guys don't have to move yourselves down there. I'll go ahead and open up the next the map, the upper halls, and we'll pull you over there. Let's see. You guys are coming up from the right. Get your tokens there. And activate.
What were the spells in the prayer book, by the
Here, let me get you guys here, and then I'm gonna reload your characters because these tokens didn't carry over the items. So give me just a second. I'll put your characters back on. Looks like you guys, let's see, named some of them. So I need to find the ones with that. So Leo, that should be the one with the items. Nope. Nope. Oh, okay, stuff didn't carry over for some reason. So let's fix this really quick. So Leo, there's that. They're supposed to be linked and carry the items over, but they did not. So who has the prayer book?
My potato farmer.
So Tom. Okay, so Tom has the prayer book. And then he also had the prayer beads because he has the prayer book, right?
Correct.
Okay, so you click on the little edit icon, you can read through there and see the spells that are in there.
I added my magic vial.
You added your magic vial? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, and I think the Philosopher King's Grimoire, that was Zavin.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I had a lantern as well, which looks like I can't activate.
Okay, so lantern, you need a lantern. And I think Tom had a torch, right?
Yep.
Okay, so lantern
How
and
do-
to Zavin, and Tom gets a torch.
How do I add stuff?
I'll click and drag it over.
Oh.
There's compendiums that you just pull everything from. So, all right. Other than weapons, is anybody else missing anything?
Oh, there it is. Okay, I just clicked on it. All right.
I had
All
a
right,
silver
what-
castle.
Silver Vassal.
What are-
Sorry, who was that?
That was abstract.
Abstract has the Silver Vassal. Okay.
And what were the spells in the per book? Protection from evil, holy sanctuary, and what else?
So the prayer book has Holy Sanctuary, Neutralize Poison or Disease, and Protection from Evil. Did I throw the Silver Vassal in your inventory, or I just have you keep note of that on your own?
I'll keep note of that. That's
I
fine.
don't think I had that created as an item, because it's just a single
Okay.
value, basically. Okay, so as you guys come up into this area, you notice on the walls and the floor there seem to be claw marks, as if from some kind of bear or lion, something with large paws and claws. Scratch marks on the wall and the floor in different places. This area seems the same as below, all solid white marble, almost everything, with the edges in gold trim. You
Are the
hear
claw-
thud,
Sorry.
thud, thud, like something heavy walking somewhere else, echoing through this chamber.
I was just gonna ask, are the claw marks like gouges or like little scratches, like ineffectual scratching?
A bit of both.
Okay.
So a grand marble staircase, covered in dust and cobwebs, delivers you to a darkened hall above. The dry mustiness of the air brings with it a chill and the promise of unseen horrors.
Okay, my ditch digger excavate is going to nervously go forward
Okay.
on his own because he's ugly, so he can die first. So he sees some doors, right?
Mm-hmm. So a massive rotunda looms before you. Its white stone walls are marred in chaotic symbols and disturbing hieroglyphs that seem to shimmer with a malignant evil. A solid silver door, similarly blighted with foul incognography, stands barred with a heavy red metal lock and chain. And then again, as you guys move towards this doorway, once again, your lawful characters, and only your lawful characters, once again hear the same sorrow-filled voice call out in your mind, only this time more clear and resounding. I lie beyond these doors, a prisoner forgotten to time. Beware, for only magic can destroy magic.
Interesting. Right, maybe we need to find something else. They will go around.
Alright, so again, to the upper right, on the basically the middle of the eastern wall, you see another doorway, similar to the ones down below.
My dwarf's gonna offer to like go ahead of the light and see if he can see anything with his infravision. Kind of sneak up,
Okay. Where's he moving to then?
just up the hallway.
To the right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you move to here. You see a
Sure.
similar silver door with a large red lock and chain on the front of it, and then you see the door to the right here. And boom, 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 and clawing. You hear scratching and thudding of something walking somewhere within this area.
So I'm thinking it's coming from like the hall somewhere or through one of these doors. Or can I tell?
seems to be echoing through the halls. So you can't really tell if it's coming from behind one of these doors or if it's maybe just on the opposite side of this large area.
What's the deal with the chain? It looks like somebody like borrowed it from the outside. Is that what I'm getting?
Yep, a red metal lock and chain hanging across the door. They seem to almost glimmer with some kind of energy.
Okay. He's gonna examine the lock, I guess.
All right, go ahead and give me an intelligence check.
That's a 7.
7. It looks like a mundane lock, other than the fact that it's red and seems to almost glimmer with like a moving energy. It looks like you'd be able to stick a key or lock picks in there, like any other lock.
Okay, he's gonna go back and report to everyone else and ask if someone has a lock pick that they can use on the lock.
Those are thieves' tools, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have 2 sets of thieves' tools.
That may not mean that we want to go in there, but if we have a way of getting in there, it's an option.
All right. I don't think abstract is gone yet this round.
Nope.
Oh, sorry. Did I skip?
No, you're fine. I feel this first one, as you guys come up here, you kind of just not quite scatter, but kind of do things out of order, and then we'll get back into the normal order.
Okay. My character is going to similarly. My dwarf is going to go around the other corner, see if we can just take a peek and see if we see anything moving around over there.
Okay. I'll have you move one more just so you can see, but we'll know you're behind the corner, kind of peeking your head around. So yeah, again, in the middle of the wall here on the west, you see another door, a stone door, iron banded, just like the other ones you've seen. And then the hallway leads up to an end and seems to turn right.
All right, there's there's a small chance that the noise is coming from the farthest side from us. Otherwise, I'm afraid it's coming from the middle here. And if I have the chance on my same turn, I would go open the door, but otherwise I can wait.
I'll say you can move to the door and not quite open it yet.
Okay.
All right. Then with that, I think we need Rick to go. What's up, Rick? What are you doing?
I guess I'm gonna have Chet try to listen in at this door, possibly.
As you listen in at the door, on the far side of the door, you don't really seem to make anything out, and then you hear the scratching as if sound is coming through the walls. So you're not sure if the scratching is literally on the other side of the door, or if, again, as you just had your ear to it, you can hear what's going on somewhere else within this large chamber.
Okay. Well, he's gonna think that that's in there, so he's gonna back away hurriedly. And I'll go ahead and I guess try to kind of same thing, peek down this way with him,
Okay.
see what's going on.
All right. Zavin.
Just follow the group over here.
All right. So as you guys come to that, you again hear the heavy footsteps of something in here, and the scratching and clawing of claws with every single footsteps. As this happens, the party on the right, you suddenly see what looks like a crocodile head coming around the edge of the hallway up in front of you. The head of the crocodile comes around the corner.
How high is the head of the crocodile?
Then
From the
suddenly,
floor?
the head of the crocodile seems to be on the body of a lion. And as it continues
shit.
around the corner, the front half of the body looks like a lion, the back half of the body looks like a bear. So it's the head of a crocodile, the front half of a lion, and the back half of a bear. As this large creature lumbers around the corner, scratching, you hear it gnarling, making gruesome sounds as its mouth opens up and it lets out a roar as it sees you.
Shall we go the other way?
Aldrich is like, I think I might still be tripping on those flower pollen or whatever.
All right. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and just roll initiative. So you guys are basically just rolling against me. So the creature itself is going to roll initiative. Well, a 3. So I'm pretty sure you guys are going to be going first. Yeah.
Should we? Okay, we don't need to bother rolling, right?
No, that's good enough. All right. So with that, we are into combat rounds. So Abstract, you are to act first. You did not see or hear that happen. So you're good to open the door if you want.
I guess I will just open the door.
All right. You open the door. Inside, you enter the vault of a time forgotten king. Its walls are covered in murals depicting bloody conquest. Each scene shows the same armor-clad warrior, king at the fore, leading his troops into battle with a massive sword held high. In the center of the vault rests an iron sarcophagus that is as cold and grim as a weapon of war.
We're going to try and open it.
All right, you move up to the sarcophagus. The heavy sarcophagus, wrought of black iron, dominates the center of the vault. Its lid is carved with the image of an armor-clad warrior clutching a massive sword to his breast. A large silver funeral plaque reads, King Relgar, and marks his death more than 1,000 years ago. Go ahead and give me a intelligence check. And unless your guy's a scribe, a noble, or soldier, roll down on the dice. A 7 is exactly what you need.
I was going to burn some luck anyway.
You can tell interred within this is the infamous tyrant King Ralgar the Cruel, notorious for his affinity for war and conquest. It is said that bloodlust ruled King Rhaegar's heart over all things, and possibly continued to rule him in the afterlife.
Between the dwarf and the artisan, do you think I could do a detect trap roll?
Yeah, go ahead and just do an intelligence check there and see.
Okay.
So if they're both working together, roll once, and you can roll up the dice chain.
To a D24?
Yep.
Okay.
14. Looking through it, it doesn't look like there are any traps of any kind.
All right. Then they make the move to push it open. So hopefully we'll find some weapons in here.
It is quite heavy. The stone and iron makes this thing extremely difficult to move. I'll let you know that you need at least 100 combined strength to lift this lid off. So up to 10 PCs can attempt to push off the lid, but it would take up to 100 total strength to push it off.
That kind of teamwork, I don't know. Like it sounds like there might be something useful in there. But so he kind of shouts back. He's like, "Hey, where'd you guys go? anybody around?"
All right. Then with that, we are up to Leo.
Having seen the crocodile, lion, bear, I think my guys are just going to run.
Okay.
And they're going to go down the hall to the west there.
All right. I'll say you can basically use your dash double movement thing, and you're basically going to run all the way over here, and you could probably make it up to the doorway if you want.
Okay, yeah. And anyone that I pass along the way or anything, I'm just like, hey, crocodile, lion, bear, coming down the other way.
All right. Rick.
Well, hearing that and having heard anybody around, I'll go ahead and run up here and see what's going on.
All right. Darting inside. So again, yeah, you see the other three characters of Abstract struggling to push the lid off of this or find some way to lift it up in some way, struggling with all their might, unable to budge it. They feel like they should be able to shift it, but they're just not combined, the three of them, strong enough to push it off.
I guess we'll try to assist, but I don't know if we'll, be worth rolling yet. But
Let's see. Abstract, your three characters, what is their combined strength?
1 second. Uh, 26.
26. Okay, Rick, yours?
27.
26 and 27. All right.
Oh wait, hold on. That can't be right. That's 25, 36.
36. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're a little over halfway there. All right. With that, we are down to Tom.
Two of my guys are going to run away. The pathetic peasant excavate. He's going to just get about to the door and then kind of panic. The other two are going to run and are going to try and help with lifting the sarcophagus.
Okay. So they run and catch up with the rest of the group. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm leaving one sacrifice to slow down the crocodile.
All right. I put him behind.
Excellent.
Leo, would you have ran inside the chamber as well? The door? Or the...
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I'll go ahead and move you guys inside. So you guys are both in there. All right. Zavin, you're up.
Yeah, same thing. Run away.
Flee. All right. So you guys are in the chamber. Do you guys leave the door open?
I'm going to suggest
No.
that if we can get the top of the sarcophagus off, that maybe we can block the door with it and create like a defensive position or something.
Yeah, good idea.
Okay, so I'd say with all of you in there, 10 of you guys can get together and push the lid of the sarcophagus off.
I hope nothing pops out.
The heavy sarcophagus, it takes 10 of you just to push it off. So picking it up and moving it and shifting it somewhere else within the room seems like an undaunted task. But it falls off behind. Boom! With this echoing sound resounding through the entire chamber above. You hear the roar of the creature off in the distance, loud, emanate and echo through the chambers. And as that happens, the creature is going to come around the corner and find Excavate. You hear a cry of fear as
It's an excavate is kind of banging, is like probably like desperately fiddling with the red lock on the silver.
Does an 11
Yeah,
hit?
11 hits and he's got 1 hit point, so he is no longer there.
You hear a cry of fear, a roar, and the cry of fear suddenly cuts off. All right, you guys have shifted off the sarcophagus lid. Inside, you see a corpse. It suddenly begins to rise. Rising from the sarcophagus is black embrace like a nightmare is a near 7-foot skeleton clad in black chainmail. It rears up with a sickening creak of grave rotting bones, lifting a massive black bladed sword high.
Yeah.
As it stands up, it swings. So I'm going to go ahead and roll my d6 to see who gets attacked first. 4, so that's going against Tom.
Bugger.
Yep, Tom. And that is going to be... Let me pop him out so I have his stats there. All right, he slashes at you with his sword.
Holy shit.
For 10 points of damage.
Yeah, my potato farmer with 1 hit point dies.
Dies. And with that, he swings again.
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
3 versus Rick. A 20 for 3 points of damage versus your lowest luck character.
Oh, geez, that's Pod, so he's alive, so that's good.
All right. If it doesn't kill him, he stops swinging. This creature seems to, every time he cuts somebody down, he swings again.
Oh, like Great Cleave or some shit.
All right. With that, we are, I believe, up to the top of the order. Abstract.
Somebody close the door.
Close the door.
I'm gonna shout out. Basically, my thought here is that fire might be a useful weapon against this particular enemy. Who has the book? Maybe they could cast Flaming Hands when we get to them. Just a thought.
I think Zavin has the Philosopher King's Grimoire.
Okay. Yeah. This looks like a good candidate for some Flaming Hands. Shouts the Elven artisan. Lofar is gonna go in swinging with he's got a dagger now, so he's gonna try and stab this thing.
Okay.
Nope.
A 7 misses.
Sorry, I rolled that wrong. I was trying to do a D4 at the same time as a D20, but either way, it wouldn't have landed.
No worries.
Okay, so then next up is the Weaver Parish, and he has a +1.
That hits.
Oof. Okay, D4 +1.
What is he attacking with?
A club.
A club. Okay. So he looks at you in ferocity as you slap him across the side with the club, and he lets out a ghostly, horrific wail. But he's still standing.
All right, that leaves the Elven artisan, Volin. Going one more time.
Nice. All right, go ahead and go to the rollable tables and click the little dice next to crit table 1, all 0 level characters. Lucky blow. Dents the foe's soul. Inflict an additional 2d6 damage with this strike. If the foe has no health, he suffers a permanent loss of 1d4 intelligence. All right, so go ahead and roll your damage plus an additional 2d6. Oof, a whopping 9 points of damage. You can tell that the stumbles around, confused from that blast, and he seems a bit disoriented. His skull fractured, the undead visage with the white hair hanging off of it, still standing, but the skull is now cracked.
Is this thing standing in the sarcophagus still?
Yeah, it's still standing in the sarcophagus. It is looking to step out of it.
Okay.
Okay, so that's all my characters. If they have any movement, they're gonna kind of back up into this corner.
Okay, not a problem. All right. With that, we're up to Leo.
All right. Summoning his courage, Silgar of Market Street is going to grab his large sack and see if he can't work his way around to behind this guy and put the sack on this thing's head
All right. It
to
is
blind him.
fighting with other creatures, so I'll say you're able to get around behind it. It doesn't have eyes in the back of its head, so go ahead and make just what is that? A athletics roll.
Okay.
Agility. Yep.
Agility? Okay. I don't have any bonuses on that.
Try to
So
nimbly throw this bag over its head.
a 5.
Yeah, it is quite tall. Standing at 7 feet tall inside the sarcophagus, that's already about 1.5 feet up off the ground. It's quite high,
Mhm.
so you try to scramble up behind him and get it over, but you're not able to find purchase and get it over his head.
Okay. In that case, he's done. Dorbach Blackbrow is going to try to run the thing through with his pitchfork.
Okay.
He's going to make an attack, and he has a +1. Ooh,
Wow.
Oh, another crit.
Wow.
All right.
I'm rolling lucky today, man.
All right. Roll
Nice.
table, crit table 1, all 0 level characters. Miracle Strike. The foe must make a DC 20 fort save or fall unconscious.
Oh, hell yeah.
He rolls a 10. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Let's see. Pitchfork is 1d8 +1. Three points.
3 more points of damage, and that is going to be enough to actually finish him off. So he does fall
Oh,
unconscious
awesome.
because, well, he's dead. Man, those 2 crits put a lot of damage into him. You guys took care of him
Yeah.
quick. All right. So the 7-foot-tall skeletal creature in its black armor, carrying its 2-handed black sword, swailing around, takes down one of your guys, swipes across another, but doesn't quite finish him off. Then a couple deft attacks from your party are able to definitely take him down. A massive blow to his head cracks his skull, and then the pitchfork right through the chest seems to finish this creature off as it collapses to a pile of bones within the sarcophagus.
Sweet.
Can I try and save my character that got downed, or the characters that got downed?
0 level, unfortunately, he is dead.
Yeah, on 1 hit point and 10 points of damage, he's past us all.
Yeah, he basically
All right,
cleaves
I
him
will.
in half.
Okay, I will pick up my surviving character. Will pick up the rest of his stuff. So
Okay. All right. So as the bones crumble to a pile, you see the black chainmail and the massive black-bladed sword.
think those should go to the 2 that scored the crits, right?
Yeah, you have a spear already, so if I can take that sword, you can have the armor.
Sure. Well, he's a dwarf, so how about a human? I don't think that dwarf's going to fit in a 7-foot-tall guy's armor. So, one of your humans take the armor.
Okay. All right. Sword and armor, I guess, go to.
Which of you guys
Perish.
has the highest strength?
Yeah, Perish.
Perish.
And then my dwarf's going to look at you and go, but of course you're going to be up front, right?
All right. So that is going to be chainmail. So let me go ahead and get that for you. And chainmail adds 5 to your AC. So make sure you have a mark for
Wow.
that. Adds 5 to your AC. I'll put that just in your inventory so you have it. It's going on real far. And then the weapon itself, I will put in your inventory. This weapon, go ahead, and somebody did roll a intelligence for it already and succeeded. Go ahead and roll me another intelligence check to see if you know anything about this sword. This one you can just roll regular. Good enough. All right. So this sword, its name is Conquest. This king was known for wielding this sword. The sword itself is a +1 two-handed sword belonging to the chaotic King Ralgar. Its alignment is chaotic. It has an intelligence of 3. It communicates simple urges. And it has the power of cleave. Each time an enemy is slain with this blade, the wielder automatically receives another attack, but cannot move. And then just make note that if there are no enemies in melee range, the bloodthirsty blade compels the wielder to attack a random ally that is in range instead, and there's a will save to resist that.
That's at any time, or is it only during combat, or?
Anytime the sword slays somebody.
Oh, right. Okay. Gotcha.
We'll just stand kind of far away from you.
And it was a 1d10.
The sword's a D10, yep, and a +1 to hit.
Let's see who discovers that power first. Gets hit by it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just to hit, not for damage, right? Just for
it's
+1.
+1, so I think it should be +1 to the damage as well, because it's a +1
Okay,
sword,
so then
so it should be to both hit and damage.
Cool. Got it.
All right. So with that, who was last to go? I think it was Leo.
I think it was me, wasn't it?
Yeah, Leo slayed it. All right. So then we'll just continue down the initiative order. So that goes into Rick. You hear boom, boom, and the scratching outside the door as the creature seems to be moving through the hallways.
Well, should we give him a minute to get like that chainmail put on, or is that like taken care of already?
I would say you guys can spend a few minutes in here getting that stuff all organized and prepared.
Okay.
So at the end of that, what are you doing?
Okay. You guys ready to try to take care of this lion, the dial?
Yeah, I guess.
All right. So Ray will throw open the door, and Pod and Chet are going to come running out.
All right. You step outside, weapons raised, ready to attack. Maybe a small battle cry or whimper, whichever. And you look left. You look right. You see nothing.
Good. Coast is clear for now. Try to hide in that corner a little.
All right. You run across and hide within the small alcove. All right. So with that, we're up to Tom.
My sole surviving character shall also run and hide.
All right. Again, you two look left, right as you prepare to come out into the cavern. Your hands shaking with nervous energy. You see nothing and jump across to the alcove on the far side. Again, you see the large door locked with a red lock and chain. All right, Zavin.
I'm gonna wait by the, I guess the south side here, behind the wall, and wait for it to come by to try to ambush it.
Okay. All right. You hear again the scratching echoing through the hallways, but you cannot see the creature or really decipher which direction it's coming from. All right, Abstract.
I'm not sure why I'm always thinking of like that it should be magical solutions, but I'm wondering, do we have any spells that seem like they're like particularly that would be very useful against the chimera that we're facing?
Looking at the, let's see, Tom had the prayer book. So looking at the prayer book, Tom kind of flips through it. He sees a holy sanctuary, neutralize poison, disease, protection from evil. Protection from evil, maybe. This creature doesn't seem like it'd be something of a lawful deity. And then for Zavin's character, flipping through the Philosopher King's grimoire, he says, color spray, Ecom's mystical mask, flaming hands, and force manipulation. You say color spray, not being a wizard, you wouldn't necessarily know what these do. But you see flaming hands and think, well, fire would most likely hurt something. The other ones, you may not understand what they really do.
Right. Yeah. I guess we're gonna get to. There's doors across the way here, right?
Yes, again, it's the same kind of large silver door with a red lock and chain barring it from outside.
Okay, we're gonna try picking the lock.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a agility check for that. I would say you're untrained, so roll down the dice chain.
Okay. But I have an agility modifier, I think. Give me a sec. Yes.
Yeah, it's just like
Give it to Lofar.
with a 12. You can feel the lockpick working as it should. You feel and almost hear like clicks and things like that. But the lock itself, the energy radiating on it, just kind of swirls around, and you doesn't seem to actually release the mechanism.
Can I burn some luck?
You can attempt to burn some luck.
Okay, I'd like to burn 3 points of luck.
You burn 3 points of luck. Again, you hear the clicking as if the locking mechanism should be releasing as the magical energy on this lock again shimmers and radiates, and it does not release.
Okay, I'm going to shout back to everybody. I think these doors are magically sealed. That might be what she was talking about with only magic can defeat magic. And I think that's my turn.
All right. Leo.
Gosh.
You can see
You hear a long scratch across marble, grind, and echo through the hallway.
My guys are going to go to the north corner and look around the corner and see if they can't see the crocodile lion bear coming down that way.
Okay.
Maybe it turned back when it saw us all run.
You said you're heading up to the north there?
Yeah.
All right. With that, as you peer around the corner, the large maw of the crocodile reaches around at whoever's in the front and is going to attack.
That is Dorbach Blackbrow is my lead guy.
All right.
He's got an AC of 9.
That is a 15 for 5 points of damage.
He is dead.
As the large crocodile head reaches around the corner, chomps down on him, and pulls him back around the corner, away and out of sight. You hear him cry out for an instant, and then silence. And then you hear an echo of 9. You feel the gnashing of bone and snapping, and the roar of the creature around the corner.
Would my other two guys be able to attack now, or
As it attempts to grab him and go away, go ahead and just roll me a luck for both of them.
maybe it's not hungry anymore.
that's an 8. You want me to roll twice, or
For both characters to see if both of them get a chance. So I'm assuming
Okay.
an 8 is under your luck, right?
yes.
Okay.
And 13 is actually under for the next guy is a 14. So
All right. So both of them can make one attack as the creature
Okay.
drags away your fallen comrade.
let's. Solgar is going to slash at it with his dagger.
Okay.
Nope.
And miss. Just you find that it hits the tail as it's turning around, but just bounces off of its thick bear-like hide.
Okay, and Aldrich the Traveler is going to try to chop at it with his hand axe, and he has a +1 because of his lucky sign. 17.
17 will hit.
And hand axe does 1d6, and I get the +1. So d6 +1. 5 points.
5 points of damage. So you strike at it. This one, the hand axe, finding purchase across the shoulder of the lion's front right shoulder leg as it's dragging away your fallen comrade off into the darkness.
But my guys are gonna kind of scream out, Doorbark! It got Doorbark! And so the other people can be aware that fighting is going on up here.
All right. With that, we are up to Rick.
All right, and who has the armor and sword?
One of
Abstracts?
Yeah.
Is it right next to me?
Yep.
So I'm gonna have Ray with the potion deal dump it on him for a +1 AC. Is that, or do I need to do that in 2 rounds?
No. You can pull it out and basically pour it onto him. So Abstract, your guy with the armor, already has a +5 from the armor. Go ahead and add 1 more to that AC.
For an hour.
Have that for 1 hour.
Thank you kindly.
We need you up front, buddy.
Yeah, we're getting there.
And I guess other dudes will run and get in position to engage once he's up with us.
All right. From there, we're on to Tom.
Let's see. My sole surviving character. And do we see the crocodile?
As you move up around the corner, you see the back half of the creature disappear around the far corner. So as you come up to here,
He's fast.
you see the back half of the creature disappear behind the far corner.
Yeah, too far. I'll try throwing a dart.
Okay.
All right. Oh, I got him in the ass.
Oh, good. Just before he disappears from vision, you hit. So go to your roll tables and crit table 1, all 0 level characters.
Sweet.
Stunning crack to the ass. Inflict an additional 1d3 damage with this strike, and the foe falls to the bottom of the initiative count next round. Well, he's already at the bottom. All right, so that's 2 points and total of 6 points of damage.
Yeah, we're doing some damage to this guy.
I'm +1 for 1 agility, so 7 points of ass damage.
Nice. You hear it cry out and with another cacophonous roar. All right.
Yeah, I see. It's not so scary.
All right, Zavin. Zavin, you're muted.
Yeah, sorry there. I just got a phone call.
No worries.
I will catch up to the party, but I can't probably move anywhere near far enough, and I guess the beast is gone, so yeah, I will move as far as I can move, I suppose.
All right. So then with that, the creature is going to come running back around the corner with some kind of unnatural speed.
Hey, not that much speed. He just got a dart in his backside.
Right. Burrowing towards you. It seems just unnatural energy. It just pushes this creature forward as it's clawing and scratching through the walls and almost running up the side of the wall as it comes around the corner, tearing towards you guys. With that, let me see. It is... it's going to get to about here. And then its large crocodile mouth is going to open up, and basically one of each of Tom, Zavin, and Leo, your characters that are in the front, go ahead and give me a reflex save.
Reflex.
Success for Leo.
Yeah, 12.
Failure for Tom.
That's a 13. I'll burn some luck to get it. 2 luck to get it to 15.
Oh, sorry. An 8 is what? A 13, you said?
A 13.
Okay.
Is that a pass?
Yeah, 13 is pass.
Excellent. Okay.
So Leo,
Oh,
Tom, and an 8.
Can I burn a luck to get to 13 then?
Oh, no, 12 passes.
Oh, 12 passes. Okay.
Yep. Zavin? Reflex save.
Got it.
17. All of you succeed, so you're only going to take 1 point of damage each as the large creature opens up its maw and spews forth this sickening green fluid. It has bits and pieces of bone and flesh that come out of it as it spews this nasty liquid all over you. It burns slightly as it hits you. And you take 1 point of damage.
All right.
All right. So with that, that is the creature's turn. And as far as it's going to move, so Abstract, you are up.
All right. Better late than never. Gonna run up and engage. Oh,
That's fine. We'll get there.
yeah. You can go ahead and move me. Yeah. All right. So that's a D20 plus 2.
A 16 hits.
And that's a D10 plus 2.
For 6 points of damage as you slice across. The creature rears up on its hind legs, its lion claws slashing in pain, and its crocodile head roaring. You can smell the decay of rotting flesh on its breath as it roars towards you and cries out in pain. This gash cutting deep through its chest, and this black sinewy liquid coming out of the wound, and it looks quite hurt.
Okay. Usually I roll the dwarf first, but I went with Parrish this time, so now we're going with the dwarf.
Biggest hitter first, right?
Yeah, no, the one who might kill the party if he kills an enemy.
Right?
That might be good.
Sorry, that's
15.
actually a 14. That's actually a 14.
14
Yeah.
hits.
Okay. That's just a regular old dagger.
For an additional 2 points of damage. This one, guys, runs up and stabs it with the dagger as it's reeling in pain, catching it in the lower abdomen. It looks at you and tries to swipe at you, swiping over your head.
Okay. And now Volan Star Eyes is in next for the last. Hopefully the coup de grace. Let's see if we can sustain it. No.
The 4, you go to swing as its other paw comes around and knocks your hand away, pushing you back.
Okay. That's it for me.
All right, Leo, you're up.
Okay. Question: when this thing killed Dorbach the dwarf, he would have dropped his pitchfork.
Okay, yep.
What's the status of that pitchfork? Is it covered in green flaming vomit or what?
It's probably got some of the vomit on it, but you're able to pick it up off the floor there.
Okay, so Aldrich the Traveler is going to pick up the pitchfork,
Okay.
and he and Silgar of Market Street are going to attack this thing. Now, how far away is it?
You come around the corner and
It's really close. Okay, so yeah, they're just both going to attack.
Okay.
Silgar does +1 to hit with the pitchfork. So 14.
14 hits.
Okay, and he gets +1 damage, so D8 +1. That's because of his lucky sign, all these pluses.
No problem. For 5 points of damage, you see the creature reel in pain as the pitchfork catches it across its hind hip. It tries to push you away and is going to attempt to flee.
Okay, can Silgar get his attack in?
Yep.
As it. So he's gonna slash at it with his dagger. Yeah, he didn't have any bonuses on that. Yes, that's my third crit today.
Nice.
Wow.
You guys are rolling well. All right. I mean, I'm going to start rolling
Nice
well.
work.
It's Devourer's got to roll some crits. All right.
I like these virtual dice.
All right. Opportunity strike. Hey, perfect. It was an opportunistic strike. That's sure
Yeah,
what
it was.
So roll your damage and plus 1d3.
Okay. So the dagger does 1d4. So there's that. And then here's the 3.
Nice.
So 6 points.
That additional 6 points of damage, it pushes you off, pushing the pitchfork out of its hips. It turns, limping to try to run away, pushes off of a wall, and as it pushes off the wall, your other character comes through with a great strike, cutting right across its back, and you see it limping away, trying to get off into the darkness. As it gets just about halfway down the hall, it collapses, trying to crawl forward. You see the hair on it start to fall off, and you see the flesh begin to bubble and boil as the entire creature begins to melt. And it gets softer as it starts to just pool into a grotesque miasma of bone and fluids, green. You see worms starting to writhe around inside of this disgusting mess on the floor as it just dissipates into this puddle. And it is dead.
Awesome. Woohoo!
All right.
Great work, team.
With that, back up to Rick.
I guess I get another running around the corner charge of. Ah! Oh, okay.
Go check out that door.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I guess Chet will give the door a listen.
Okay, so this one's
I don't
here.
know.
You don't hear anything on the opposite side. Maybe a slight rattle of what you would assume to be a winch of some sort, a pulley.
Oh.
Make the connection of the dumbwaiter there.
I would say so. From the shape of this area and the area down below, you could probably assume that this is the upper area of the dumbwaiter.
Okay. And yeah, I think Chet's pretty smart. So, would I have enough time to throw the door open?
Yeah. Open the door, and you do see up above you the top of the pulley system and the ropes leading down into the darkness down below. And from this floor, you can't see the bottom. It is pitch black.
Okay. I guess that's it. Or maybe reclose the door, I suppose, if I have actions for that.
All right. Then we're up to Tom.
Let's see, my soul character. They'll actually give a hammer to the guys one of the people using a dagger. A hammer's a D6, right? It's a little bit of a better weapon.
The hammer is used
Hammer's a club.
as a club, which I think is still a D.
A D4. Okay, if that's the case, then nope. All right, I'll go up and listen at this door.
listen at this door. On the far side, it sounds quiet.
I will open the door.
You open the door. All right. As you open the door, the ponderous door opens to an amazing sight. A massive oak tree grows from the center of the vault. Its leafy branches are heavy with acorns and stretch to the ceiling before curving down along the walls in a defiant display of life within such a desolate place.
I'm going to go up and I will say a prayer to Ilvara, goddess of nature, and pick one of the acorns.
All right.
This must be a good omen.
Mark down that you have an acorn in your inventory.
These acorns don't look edible, do they?
Probably not. Yeah, they look like a normal acorn that's on the ground that you would see. Actually, yeah, acorn. It's huge. It's quite large acorn. So just make a note that you have an acorn that is basically it'll give you a positive boon to Idgril, the world root. That's YDDGRRL, the world root. Basically, that's what this acorn belongs to. So basically, if you wanted to try to create a patron bond with Idgril, the world root, this is what you would use.
Yeah, too bad that I have no positive modifiers for personality and intelligence. Oh well.
All right, so you move inside and grab an acorn. All right, with that, we are on to Zavin.
Well, let's keep exploring here because we need to find something magical. Gonna just stop and ask: is there anything magical in there? It look like
Big ass acorns, so if you want to put them in your loincloth, it'll like make you look really gifted,
You know what, Tom?
yeah, I use them from toilet paper.
Tom, you're the one that went inside actually too. Go ahead and
Yeah.
roll me a luck check. Actually, just roll luck plus your modifier. So
Yeah, I don't
20
think-
plus your modifier. Nope.
What was it? Nope.
Nope.
No
You had
luck.
to roll over a certain number on that one. So that one did not. You basically all you got was the acorn out of there.
Too bad.
Zavin, did you want to move inside and investigate this one? Seeing this large oak tree inside
Sure.
seems unusual.
Like if it had been a luck check, that'd have been great. But
So go ahead and you can roll luck d20 plus your modifier as well. Try to roll over a certain number. 10. Okay, with a 10, you notice some wall frescoes kind of hidden behind the branches and growth of this tree. So through the mighty oak's heavy branches, you catch sight of a bright colored frescoes upon the wall depicting a floral queen crowned in garland. She sits on a lush garden surrounded by gentle creatures of the forest. Go ahead and roll me an intelligence check.
All right.
A 6. You don't recognize this person. There is a sarcophagus right at the base of the tree that seems to be shattered.
I'll take a look at the sarcophagus.
Okay, go ahead and roll me one more luck check. This one says normal, so 5 under your luck.
Oh, sorry. So it'd be -1 then. And yeah, it's under luck.
So this one, you find buried or in the rubble of this destroyed sarcophagus, you find. Where was At the base of the tree are the remains of the shattered stone sarcophagus. Searching the rubble, you find a silver funeral plaque that bears the name Queen Suma. And with your intelligence check from earlier, you don't recognize that name necessarily.
If my PC's there, could they try and check if they show the plaque?
Davin, do you show Tom the plaque?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, go ahead and roll an intelligence check. 15. Okay, with a 15, you recognize that interred within this vault is the gentle, nature-loving Queen Suma, known for her diplomacy and goodwill. Queen Suma was a passionate nature lover who much preferred spending time in the forest rather than her throne room. Despite her dying wish to be buried in the palace gardens, she was interred here instead as royal custom dictated. Alright, I would say that you guys spend your turns doing that, so that will move us on to Abstract.
Yeah, take a look at the tree here. Maybe these alcoves are worth a deeper inspection. Take a look at like around the. Yeah.
Seems like it's kind of just like alcoves that were made. There used to be maybe some statues or things here that have broken or been destroyed over time. The growth of the tree has kind of grown in and wrapped around anything that may have been in there. You too find a few acorns if you wanted to pick one up.
Yeah, I'll pick up an acorn.
Okay.
Do I roll a luck check?
No, you can find a look that and pick it up. I would say that from Zavin pointing out the frescoes as you come in here, I see those as well.
Right.
You can go ahead and roll an intelligence check if you want to see if you recognize it.
Sure.
Nope, you don't seem to recognize who this queen was. All right. Anything else on your turn?
No, I guess wondering, yeah, these acorns are interesting. Is protection from evil one of those spells that you can cast on an object? Or
protection from evil. Let me see here.
I think that might just be blessing.
I haven't done first level stuff yet, so I haven't had to deal with spells. So let's see, spells. Gotta find out where that's at in here. I'm just gonna have to pull up the core book text here. Where is spells? I'll find out for you.
Okay, so well in the game, like basically like in the mode there, like Parrish is sort of saying like, well, maybe the this acorn could be the like once again he's like, how can we combine the magic with this? Does it need to be combined with magic? How will we know when to combine what magic with what? And that's my turn.
Okay. See, I'm gonna have to prepare for the next one when we actually use spells and all that kind of stuff, and we level up to level 1. I have to know where all this stuff is in here.
Yeah, it'll be helpful to have the characters like all loaded into.
Yeah, it's nice. I know that once we make your characters level 1, you can actually just roll on the spell. It'll automatically do everything.
Yeah.
So we'll be able to make that happen pretty easily. It's just I got to remember where all that stuff is. So for the meantime, I will just pull out my book and find that manually. All right. So protection from evil. One more cleric spells. 128. Protection.
What are we looking for on the
Protection from good and evil.
Yeah, I've pulled it up. What are we asking about? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I was asking whether or not it's it's a spell that can be cast upon objects or not.
Oh, okay. Well, on the range it says self or more. Calls upon deity to protect him from harm. He's protected even if he is not aware of the danger. Definition of evil is based on the cleric. Generally, it encompasses creatures of opposed alignment, those unholy to the cleric's deity, and those clear harmful intent. Depending on the strength of the spell, it may detect even more subtle dangers. The spell may be reversed to protect from good. So I don't know.
Yeah, if like the way that it's usually organized is like in the spell effects table, like the where you roll,
Okay.
it'll be divided into self, like other person and object. Usually, if it's like a spell that is able to be cast onto objects, or at least that's the way it is with blessing.
Cleric.
Yeah, so it
If I
seems like
remember
the
correctly.
cleric receives a +1 bonus to saving throws, and then other things.
Okay, and then I think he has a radius that maybe like
Yeah, depending on how well you roll, it
extends.
extends.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Um, sorry for the diversion, everybody.
No, you're fine. Yep.
And yeah,
So
sorry, I
if
wasn't.
you roll well, the people around you also get the bonuses. So.
Right.
Okay, no problem. All right. So then, yeah, you pick up these acorns and can tell that these probably have some kind of meaning for the way this tomb is, for something to be growing like this in here. Definitely something is giving it life. So these acorns must have, some kind of meaning. All right.
Okay.
So then with that, we are on to Leo.
Okay, Aldrich the Traveler, who started out with some herbs and then picked one of those pollen attacking flowers on the bush downstairs, is interested in going in and getting an acorn.
Okay, so you can go get an acorn as well.
Um,
And if you'd like, roll intelligence to see if you recognize the.
Let me move up
queen.
into the room.
Yeah,
Hang on.
I got you.
Ah, thanks. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Yeah. He has a -2. So 11.
11 is enough. So yeah, you recognize this queen and her nature-loving ways. You've heard of her before.
Okay.
All right.
I guess my other guy's just moved up with them. He's not going to get an acorn. He's just going to like look around in the room and see if we have missed anything.
Yeah, you look around the room and you can tell, yeah, this place has not been entered in quite a long time. It seems like the roots of this tree are what seem to have shattered the sarcophagus, as it's just grown and basically taken over this entire chamber.
Okay, I think he's done.
All right.
So maybe he just suggests we move on.
All right, Rick, as you come by, you see everyone grabbing their acorns and things and seem to be heading back out of the room. What would you like to do?
All right. What are the? Are there still a bunch of acorns? Or?
Yeah, there's still several. There's
Alright,
quite a few.
there's
This
quite
tree took up the entire chamber and kind of grew up against the ceiling and then spread out and coming down the walls.
I think in particular Ray would scoop one up because, yeah, he's kind of a neutral holy man, so I feel like, semi-holy man,
Okay.
bigger holy man, but so I feel like that's up his alley.
All right. Perfect.
And what exactly does the acorn do? It gives us a bonus on a patron bond spell or something?
Acorn itself does nothing for you now, but if you were to go plant it somewhere and pray to the world root, it may possibly lead to a bond with that deity.
Okay, cool. All right.
Oh yeah, and sorry if you guys heard me coming in and out of chat. We had a little power flicker and it knocked out our internet, so I had to switch to my phone, and then it came back. So yeah.
No worries. All right. So with that, is the entire party going to continue around the hallway?
Is there
We-
is there a body in the sarcophagus?
There seems to be the remnants of some bone and cloth, as if there was a body.
All right, let's take the bone and cloth, and I would like to take it downstairs and put it into the garden with the plants.
All right, we can do that.
Yep,
Into the
if
literally
we're
like the
okay.
destroyed fountain, or do you actually want to try to take it outside and plant it somewhere?
Well, she wanted to be buried in the garden of the in the garden, right?
Yeah, but that
Of the
garden's like
palace.
outside, like the palace garden, not the area downstairs.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take her bones with me and I will plant it. If we ever escape from here,
All
I
right,
will fulfill her dying wish.
sounds good. All right, so with that, everybody moves around to the next door. I'm assuming.
Yep.
All right, I'll just go ahead and move
I'll
you
take-
guys around there. So you. Oh, and it froze on me again, so I'm gonna refresh really quick. Apparently, grabbing all of you guys sometimes causes it to go, nope, we're not doing that. All right, loading back in, and I'm back in. Okay. So with that, you guys continue around. You feel the squishing of the miasma that was left behind by that the devourer creature as you step and walk through. Worms swarming their way through the muck. But you guys are able to walk across and move on towards this last door. As you guys, the same door, it opens with ease, and you look inside. So this vault sports walls decorated with life-sized paintings of a serf, saint, scholar, and soldier. An ornate marble sarcophagus, veined in gold, rests in the center of the chamber. So what you see here is... let me go show players. So these are the motifs you see on the wall. A serf, a saint, a soldier, and a scholar. All right, and then with that, as you guys enter the room, you see a sarcophagus. The ornate marble sarcophagus has a curious riddle engraved onto its lid that reads as follows. My life is a volume of grief, each sorrow upon a new leaf. Stiff is my spine, and my body is pale, yet ready am I to tell you a tale.
Could you repeat that again?
Yep. Here, hold on. I think I have. Nope, that didn't load right, so that's fine. So it says. Here, I'll put it in the chat because I was supposed to have a image of that, but it didn't load right. So, copy and paste. All right. So in the chat, my life is a volume of grief, each sorrow upon a new leaf. Stiff is my spine, and my body is pale, yet ready am I to tell you a tale.
So my life is a volume of grief. So the scholar first, each sorrow upon a new leaf. Would that be the serf? Stiff is my spine and my body is pale. Would that be the saint? Yet ready am I to tell you a tale. The soldier's ready for battle. Does that make sense?
Is it like, does there's, I don't know, seem to be like well, I guess we don't really know, like a spoken thing, or is there like a weird, there's not like weird buttony action like there was with the other one, right? Where we touched the runes on that other sarcophagus, or?
No, you don't see any like buttons or things like that.
We see a bas relief, right?
Yep. Yeah. These are frescoes, so they're painted onto the wall.
Okay, I'll touch the scholar first,
Okay. Where on the
then
scholar do you touch?
the book.
The book. All right. So I'll tell you the answer to the riddle is book. So a book is something that is a volume of grief. A leaf is in like a pages. Has a stiff spine, and the body is pale because it's white. And ready am I to tell you a tale. So the actual answer to the riddle is book. So you did touch the right one.
My fiance just yelled that at me right before.
So once you touch the book, suddenly the page of the book almost seems to open and flutter, and out falls a folded letter.
Reading the letter.
Read the letter. So the letter has a written note in it, and let me see if I have that note made correctly because I messed up several things. The note journal here. Nope, it is not done correctly. So the folded note. Give me a minute to redo this so I can actually share it with you because it is a little bit long. I will edit this.
And how much longer do you think we're going to go with this session, by the
I was
way?
thinking 11 o'clock we're going to cut it off. So we'll probably be done here
Sounds good.
quite shortly here. All right. Where is my handout? Didn't load it. Okay. Okay, one more second while I pull this up. Luckily I've done this enough times that I know where to go to do it, so it's not too slow. There we go. Save. Close, 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 and show players. Alright, so this note falls out. Verily I fear that my worst suspicions are true. The Queen Mother, my beloved aunt, is not what she claims to be. Often have I seen her skulking into the royal burial palace at night, accompanied by strange figures bearing oblong boxes whose contents I shudder to imagine. But worst of all, she does not age. What nameless evil has granted her such powers, and at what cost? I know that I am not long for this world. Already she gazes upon me with a vile contempt, for surely she has realized I alone know her secret. I hope and pray to the hidden Lord, God of secrets, that this letter finds the hands of someone who may avenge me, for I grow too sickly and weak to save my own soul, so that the living may remember. Prince Amero. And additionally, as you open the letter, a small golden key falls out. The golden key. Where'd it go? Went too far.
Maybe it goes to the lock.
And or maybe
So
the big silver door.
an owl-headed key is wrought of pure gold and is a sacred item bestowed to followers of the hidden Lord, God of secrets.
Okay, cool.
Anybody
I will take the key.
Okay, so who takes the key?
My PC, my surviving PC.
Okay, so I will go ahead and open that up and put that in your inventory and let you know what it does. So it's called the Owl's Talon. The Owl's Talon is basically a lockpick. It allows anyone who uses the ability to pick locks as a first level thief. So you're able to pick locks as a first level thief. In the hands of an experienced thief, the magical lockpicks allows the user to perform the pick lock skill as if they were one level higher.
Awesome.
Yep.
I was going to make this guy a thief, so that's good.
Awesome.
All right.
So that's luck. What's that called? Owl's lockpick.
The Owl's Talon.
So do we? Where was the red, or the chained door that was locked?
So over here to your left, you'll see the door. There's each doorway or each hallway that you came down. You saw an alcove like this with a large silver door with a red lock and chains on it.
Okay, I thought only one door had the chain
Nope,
and
they
red
only-
lock. And I thought,
Right.
cool.
So did this door, do the doors in the little alcoves to the north, do those also have locks?
Yes, they do.
All right,
Actually,
let's try those first.
You have the ones that are for the dumbwaiters, and then each of these doors on the inside walls.
Ah,
have
right,
locks.
they're
Yeah,
for the
dumbwaiters
they're
don't
for
have
the
any locks.
dumbwaiters.
Yep.
Okay, got it. All right. Do you want to? Are we all ready? All ready to face the evil queen?
I think
She could still be in the basement. Just throwing that out there.
She said she was up, so
Oh,
maybe
well.
not.
That's the woman we're trying to save, not the evil queen, right?
Theoretically, at least, for sure, yeah.
yeah, unless she's the one who's trying to fool us. All right. Oh no, but we were only the lawful characters were getting it.
Oh,
So
it
maybe-
is a key based on a trickster god, right? Kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. All right, I'll try a lockpicking check.
Using the owl's talon.
Yep.
You slide
That'll
it
be a
in.
plus,
Go ahead.
and that'll be a +1. So
All right. The lock itself, being magical, you turn it in and you hear the click, and it seems to unlock.
wow. Despite the suckiness of my roll. All right.
hey, wait, I got an idea. Maybe
What's your idea?
Maybe unlock at least one other door so that we
That's-
have multiple exits if we have to
Sounds
run away.
Like go around to the other side.
Yep. Let's do that.
I like that idea.
Okay. So you want to go north, south, or west?
How about south? That's closest to the downstairs.
All right.
So yeah.
So you open the.
And then
you unlock the doors to the south.
All right, and then let's go in by the east or the north.
Doesn't matter to me.
All right, let's go. Let's open up the north door as well, and then go in through the north.
In through the north. All right. So I'll go ahead and just pull you guys in there. And of course, it's going to freeze on me again. All right. No problem. All right. As you enter this room, give me a second to load back up. All right. Entering this room, you enter what can only be a chapel to the goddess Justica. The place radiates with a divine energy. Its walls are decorated with images of armor-clad sword saints in scenes of valor, mercy, and justice. In the center of the chapel, suspended from the ceiling by chains, is a heavy shield wrought of gleaming silver and emblazoned with the flaming golden longsword sigil of Justica. And you hear all your lawful characters again here, release me.
All right, let's try and release it.
All right.
So,
Go
so it's
up.
just there's a sarcophagus.
No, it's basically an altar, like a pedestal, and then hanging above the pedestal is that shield suspended by chains.
All right, my character will go up and try and get the shield.
Wait, what are you doing? My guys are just curious because they didn't hear the voice.
Yep. All right. Oh.
We're releasing her, we think.
Yep.
Oh.
Try and release her from the chains.
All right. So the person going up, are they lawful?
Yes.
All right. You hear the voice in your head, and she says, "Will you swear fealty to the goddess, the Aegis of mercy?"
You know something? We're in the middle of shit. Yes, yes. I shall swear. I shall swear. I shall swear. Is this to Justica or is this to the goddess of mercy?
Justica basically is the goddess of mercy.
Yes, yes, yes. Totally. Please have mercy on me. Have mercy for my friends. Have mercy on the souls of my dead comrades.
Take me. And as you reach up, your hands touch the shield, the chains release, and the shield, heavy, falls into your grasp. This shield
Picking up.
speaks to you. Has an intelligence of 8, and it can communicate telepathically to any lawful creature within 100 feet. And she says, "My name is Sanctuary, the Aegis of Mercy." And she is a +1 shield. So that's going to Tom.
Yep.
All right. So pop you open, drop Aegis, or Sanctuary, the Aegis of Mercy, into your inventory. So this one can shed sunlight in a 20-foot radius at will. The wielder receives a +1d bonus to saving throws made against evil effects, evil creatures, undead, demons, and anything else unholy to their faith. So you're a lawful. In the hands of a cleric of Justica, the shield grants a +1d bonus to turning unholy checks.
Wow. Even though he's got no bonus, I'm almost tempted to make him a cleric. I wish
Yeah.
my prospective cleric had survived.
All right. And then with that, you feel just a warmth, radiance of calmness over you as you take the shield.
Okay.
All right. And with that, I think that's a good place to pause for today. So in 2 weeks, you think everybody here is going to be available in 2 weeks?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm putting it in my calendar right now.
All right. Abstract, looks like you're muted.
Oh yeah. Yes,
Okay.
I am available.
Well, and then in 2 weeks, I think with what we have left of this module, we'll have time to finish, and then we can do, if you guys survive, downtime and
Just-
leveling up to level 1.
Just to note, that is Sunday, May 14th is also Mother's Day, so just make sure you guys don't have plans with like wives or brothers or something.
Very nice reminder. I will make sure to call my mom,
Right?
but luckily, not a concern for me anyway.
Okay. I mean, outside of that, I could do next week if none of you are doing anything with CyclopsCon.
No,
I have
Um,
3 sessions scheduled for next Sunday, so
yeah, I think I do too.
Perfect. Then we'll
Same
push it
here.
to the 14th.
It's like going to
Alright.
be an all-day thing. My wife's already told me she's going to make pizza and get me some beer, and I'm just going to be like locked up in the bedroom and play all day,
Nice.
all weekend.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to
Right.
DCC Day. I have a workshop here that I'm getting to do DCC Day, and I'm going to run stuff all day.
That wife sounds like a keeper.
Oh, right.
That she's willing to indulge you. That's great. All right. Thanks, folks. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Yeah, so what do you think of the Veiled Vault so far?
I think it's a cool adventure.
I like the little puzzles and stuff. Like, definitely better done than what I've seen in some of the D&D modules I've seen and whatnot, just riddles wise and whatever. They're not incredibly hard, but they're a little more clever than a lot of the ones I've seen.
Yeah, I
And-
looked through quite a few
Nice.
modules, and I was looking for something that was more than just the straightforward go in, delve, and I wanted something with some extra little things in there. So I think it's come out pretty well.
Yeah, for sure.
Once again, I have to give you kudos on all your descriptions during combat and stuff.
Yeah.
Those are really, really good.
It's immersive. For sure.
yeah, definitely.
I just wish I had not sacrificed my disposable character to the crocodile, because then I could have had my prospective cleric survive. So that's
Well,
it.
we should
You
go downstairs to those the ones that are hiding and restock.
True. That's possible.
Yeah, that's maybe not a bad idea, guys, for before we take on the queen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go find some more peasants from the villagers. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Before we go, anybody have any questions or anything for me?
Nope. This is really
so.
fun, and I'm going to be playing more DCC in real life later on today. So
Oh, nice.
local game
Nice.
store. We're gonna finish up a sequel to Sailors on the Starless Sea, so it's gonna be fun.
Nice.
Oh, Chanters in the Dark.
Enchantress in the Dark. That's right. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I actually made sure to to get a physical copy of that one. It's I think it's when I was reading it like as a PDF, and I was like, man, this is just one of the ones. I don't know. Needed